We belong together, and you know that I'm right. Why do you play with my heart? Or why do you play with my mind? Said we'd be forever, said it never died. How could you love me and leave me and never say goodbye? Well, I can't sleep at night without holding you tight. Girl, each time I try, I just break down and cry. Brain in my head, oh, I'd rather be dead. Spinning it around and around. Oh, I go to the end of the road. If I can't let go, it's not true. I belong to you. Go to the end of the road. Still I can't let go. It's not that you belong to me. I belong to you.
Yes. Hey, everyone. Hi. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. My name is Ethan Van Sciver. Wow, what is that squeaking noise? Oh, I see what it is. God almighty. Hi, everyone. Okay, we're having a few bugs this morning as we get started on the show. Yeah, I've had to fix that. Bad news, everyone. Bad news. Things are bad. Things are really bad. Let me just say hi to you guys. Sager Ryman, hello. Redline Fiction, he says morning. Well, it's morning to me. I mean, I just woke up a little while ago. Bango Mango Non says cool. Kevin Ryan says frogs eat bugs. They do. They do eat bugs. Some people are mad. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do what? Play a cover version of Boys to Men? It's Philadelphia. Comic pros more like comic narcs. What does it mean? What are people saying? Like, I know what narcs used to mean. What does it mean now? Riley Odlin says, while you were sleeping, the world changed. Yeah, it did. It did indeed change. And we've got some building to do. We've got a lot of building to do to get through this. I anticipated that this was going to happen, but it was going to happen slower than it's happened. And all of a sudden, boom, it's almost like the termites. These termites have been eating through the floorboards, and suddenly we had a floor yesterday, but the floor just collapsed out from underneath us. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets again. I want to say hi as everybody kind of rolls in here. We got 465 people watching. We built a boat, so that's good. We built ourselves a boat, and because we built a boat, I think that we're in a good position right now, or at least we're in a stable position. Comicsgate is. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It's breathtaking. I told Andrew, I said, we have to get going right now. We have to immediately live stream and let people know what this is. Bleeding Cool today. Diamond Comics distributors no longer taking in new comics. That's ball game. That's the end of the show. That's the end of the road. Bleeding Cool has been informed by multiple senior industry figures that Diamond Comic Distributors is requesting that no more product be shipped to any of its warehouses until further notice. Product already in its warehouse will be distributed, such as it can. But after that, they will be distributing no more comics. No more comics, magazines, books, toys, games, or any product until further notice. Diamond Comics distributors are the exclusive distributors to the direct market of comic book stores, which is how the entire industry is maintained. Back in the 1970s, the direct market was created as an alternative to the newsstand. They deal directly to comic book specialty stores, and the newsstand eventually died. Okay, because of the direct market, the newsstand died, and the direct market completely took over. You can't buy comic books at the drugstore anymore. You have to go to a comic book store to get them, and that's because of evolution. That's because of what happened here. So Diamond has a deal with comic book stores. Hey, we're gonna ship you these comic books. You're gonna get them at a fraction of the price of cover price, like I think a third of 40% of cover price, something like that. And the only difference is between us and newsstand is these comics are not returnable. If you don't sell them, you're stuck with them. But you see, back in the 1970s, that was okay. In the 1980s, that was okay. Even in the 1990s, that was okay. Because if you got stuck with leftover comics, they were still very much in demand. They were still very desirable. If you got stuck with a copy of, or with a handful of copies of Uncanny X-Men, what you did was you put them in the box, you put them in a bag, you put them in the comic book box labeled X-Men, and you marked them up $2 off of cover price. $2 of cover price. Suddenly you've got books. Having back issues means that you're actually making more money off of these books than it used to. Nowadays, because of the way comics are, the shitty quality of comics, comic books are like bread. You put them out on the stands right now. And if they don't sell, they're worthless. Nobody wants a 2-week-old copy of Batman or Spider-Man. Nobody wants them. Unless there's some special event, a rare occasion, a death in the family, something like that, some cool story. People do not want these ordinary back issues of anything, and there's too much of it. So, it's like day-old bread. You throw them away. These comics are worthless. They're either worth $5 if you can sell them, or you lost $3 as a retailer because now the book is completely worthless. So all of this stuff has combined, with non-returnability to make this model unsustainable. SJWs have been driving customers away for 10 years now. 10 years. Sales have been in decline for 5 years. This was all inevitable. This was going to happen. But you see, Marvel and DC were still going to work alongside Diamond Comics distributors to continue to push this as long as they could. It is no longer sustainable. Some event happened that just ended it. The illness, COVID-19, has made it now impossible for people to go to comic book stores. They can't go to comic book stores anymore. They can't get out. Because they can't get out, comic book stores are closing down. Everything is going to be done through the mail from here on out. Everything's going to be done through the mail. This puts us in a really, really good position as Comicsgate because everything that we're doing is through the mail. We have we're not shouldering the responsibility for lots of companies. We're not shouldering the responsibility for tons and tons of employees. We're just responsible for ourselves. We're all independent indie creators. The only thing that we need is printers and the U.S. Postal Service. That's all we need. That's all we need to get through this and to continue to stay in business. So today, all right, Diamond Comics distributors are the exclusive distributors of the direct market comic book stores from Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse, Dynamite, Boom, and many more publishers, says Rich Johnson. Without Diamond, that would be it. That's correct. He says, but I've been told to tell people not to panic. There are plans for digital first publication being discussed. The comic book market is going to try to just go digital now. And I hear that alternate plans are going to go into place to ship books to retailers who can still accept them. And that there are smart people working on this with industry's best interest in mind. That's us. And it shouldn't affect this week's comic books. Many stores already have them. But I've been told that it's advisable that a comic retailer and publishers in the U.S. look to the recently announced now new forgivable loans for business with under 500 people. Everyone's going out of business. That's a first come, first serve situation. All right, so this is it, guys. This is ball game for the comic book industry, I'm afraid. It happened much quicker than I was comfortable with. I thought we were going to have 2 more years. But no. From Bleeding Fool instead of Bleeding Cool. Diamond Comics distributor is not accepting any new product. Diamond Comics is no longer taking in new comics at its warehouse. Diamond has asked printers not to send them any more products. The result of a slowdown in the economy due to the COVID-19 pandemic, will remain in place until further notice. Diamond will continue to ship out products that are already in its warehouse for the time being. This is a significant signal towards the future for comic shops all around the country. We're still awaiting more specifics, but Diamond typically doesn't keep a large backstock of new comics in its warehouse. That's to say, it shouldn't be long before its stock of new issues is depleted and the flow of new products to comic shops will come to an end. What comes next remains an open discussion. Will publishers continue to put out products if the direct market grinds to a halt? Could the market pivot towards focusing more on the digital side of things during this pandemic? Yeah, they will. They will. But here's the thing. That's not enough to keep DC Comics open. That's the end of DC Comics. If DC is about to just go digital, no, that's it. Comixology is in place and other systems could pop up, but will readers make the jump, or will the industry's biggest publishers simply go on pause for the duration of the crisis? These questions remain unanswered, but more news is sure to be forthcoming. Diamond is the exclusive distributor of new releases from all of the comics direct market's biggest publishers. So DC, Marvel, Dark Horse Comics, Image, Dynamite, Boom, IDW. Valiant's already closed its doors. Aspen's closed its doors. Expect to hear word from many of these other companies that they're also going to be closing their doors. Diamond controls such a significant portion of the direct market that the system cannot function as is without the distributor. All right, so we're going to see some interesting stuff go on now. It's on us. I think it's on everybody, really. I'm gonna personally take responsibility for doing my part to keep my comics out there. And to also invite other people now to seriously consider becoming Comicsgate. We were right all along. And I don't know what people are going to do. There are a few pros that I think already lean this way. Come on over, guys. It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. I'm stunned. I'm trying to have a gallows humor about this, but this is fucking awful. A lot of people are going to be out of work. We are not going to be out of work. A lot of comic book professionals are going to be out of work. I talked to a couple today. And by the way, normally I don't tell people when people go, hey, what is this Comicsgate thing? I haven't been paying attention. Will you give me the pitch? What is Comicsgate? I normally say, don't bother. You stay where you're at. I don't want you to go through this. I'll tell you that people who come over to Comicsgate and announce that they're Comicsgate lose friends. They lose contacts within the industry. They're persecuted. They're treated poorly. That's just one of the reasons why the comic book industry is not sustainable. Social justice warriors, so-called, took it over and ruined it. It is not a safe place for people who do not align with or are not willing to kneel to social justice warriors. I would say to them, guys, announce that you're Comicsgate and start thinking of a way to market your comics. Indiegogo, Kickstarter. Go ahead and use Kickstarter if you want to. I'm not promoting any Kickstarter shit. But that's it. That's what you got right now. If you spent your life learning how to become a comic book professional, like I did, this is what we do for a living. This is what's available to you right now. Now, while bad stuff is happening elsewhere, great stuff is happening here in Comicsgate. I do want to just say that today has been a fantastic day for Cyberfrog. Cyberfrog, Wreck Planet. This is Cyberfrog 2. Wreck Planet passed $400,000 today on its 8th day. And it just keeps going. 3,311 backers. We've sold 921 Executive Honeycomb box sets. And we've still got 22 days to go in the first month. This comic book is leading the way. Cyberfrog Wreck Planet is leading the way. Cyberfrog, the entire Cyberfrog franchise is leading the way right now. It's a beacon. I beg other people to follow me. Come along. So anyway, there a couple of people reached out to me today, and I instead of just saying to them, like I usually do, don't bother. Like I don't want you to be treated the way I've been treated. I don't want that for you. Now I'm just saying, come over here. There's no more time. There's no more time. If I like a person, if I like a creator, and I don't want them to find themselves unemployed, there's no more time to mince words. I got to tell you, who cares? Like if people decide to turn their backs on you, only worry about yourself. Only worry about your family. Only worry about your own career, and become Comicsgate. You know, join the network, join this movement, learn what it means, learn to alter your behavior from what the mainstream industry taught you, and come over here and make some money and do your own book and own your own IPs. Sorry, I'm a little distracted, guys. And it is fun over here. Yeah, it is fun. I like Diamond Distribution. I like Steve Jeppy. He's a friend of mine. He owns Diamond Distribution. I've spoken to him a couple times. He's very proud of recently, he's very proud of what's going on with Cyberfrog. But, you know, this epidemic, and Zach said something interesting. He said the comic book industry was already dying, and they're going to blame it all on this epidemic. We would still be here if it wasn't for COVID-19. I don't think so. You were going anyway. This at least lets you go out with a little bit of dignity. But you guys, the industry's a mess. And right before, I mean, this is, you know what? This is what I want people to remember. I want people to remember Snowflake and Safe Space. If you feel sorry for Marvel Comics and anybody working there, remember that on the way out, they relaunched America Chavez. Remember that Boom Studios decided that they're going to rehire Gabby Rivera, put her to work. And remember Snowflake and Safe Space of the New Warriors. If I feel pity at all, I just remember that and I go, you guys wanted this. You guys wanted this. The industry, you publishers, you wanted this to happen. You, my fellow creators, you didn't do anything to stop this. You guys were so busy laughing bitterly at your political adversaries that you did nothing to stop the decline of the comic book industry. You did nothing to create something new that was exciting and worthwhile. And as I was talking to one of these professionals just now, I said, come over here. Stop it. I don't want to hear any of this bullshit about, you know, oh, well, people say Comicsgate is Nazis. Fuck them. They killed the comic book industry. They're lying, and we don't have any more time to tolerate their lies. We have no more time to just play footsie with these people. Social justice warriors, fuck you. Comicsgate is the comic book industry as it was meant to be. It is business. Business first. Customers first. He said, well, what should I do? I said, the most commercial idea you have. We are hot dog salesmen. I don't want to know what you believe. I don't want to know what my customers believe. I don't want to know. The only thing I want is I want you to buy Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet, Cyberfrog Unforgettable Tales, my Cyberfrog comics. That's all I care about. These people have purity testing for their own goddamn customers. If you have a problem with my politics, then maybe I don't care. Don't buy my book. Don't buy my book, said Kelly Sudaconic. They're not buying your book now. They can't buy your book. So I have no more patience. You want to give trouble to a comic skater who's looking out for himself, who finally sees the light and realizes that they've been comic skate all along. I'm coming over. I want to sell comic books. I want to draw comic books. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to figure out where I fit in with you socially. Maybe it's not at all. Maybe I don't care. Maybe you guys inviting me to your parties, your after convention parties, isn't worth $402,000. I'll stay home from your parties in which I am not invited, and I will count my $402,000. One, they'll be in bundles of 1,000. Two, I'm not hanging out with Gail Simone right now, but three, people are going to need comics to read. I tell you this, we're headed into what looks like a recession. I hope it's not a big one. The very best stuff that has withstood the test of time in entertainment was created during the Great Depression. Mickey Mouse, Looney Tunes, fucking Superman, the comic book industry. Popeye, the Popeye animated series was so great back then. Black and white, Fleischers. People who were hungry, people who knew how precious a nickel was to their customers, and who worked damn hard to get it. The stuff that lasted, the stuff that withstood the test of time, the stuff that people still care about today, was all created during very hard economic times. We, as comic skaters, need to create the same thing with the same attitude. What has been out there recently since before this? Oh, Cal Arts. We have had social justice warriors and people, cynical people who do not care, creating pure garbage and trying to sell it to our customers, ruining things from the past, offering absolutely nothing of value for the present. And we find ourselves in a position now where that is no longer economically viable. What we do from here is going to shape the future of entertainment for generations. We have that opportunity. We've got that opportunity in our hands right now. People are going to be tighter with their money. Do you think they're just going to give it to you? How are you going to get it? You're going to have to perform, my friends. Comic skaters are going to have to perform like never before. We're going to have to put it on a really good show on YouTube. It's going to have to be a lot of fun here on YouTube. And then we're going to have to create the greatest comics with some of the coolest characters, original characters that anyone's ever seen. You guys have elevated me to a position where I feel like this is all possible. You guys have supported all of my Cyberfrog books. All of my Cyberfrog campaigns have shook the world of comics. They've shook the entire world. Everybody's looking at this and everybody's saying, how are you doing this? How do we get to be a part of this? You guys have made a statement through my comics. You've made a statement through Zach's comics. You've made a statement through John Malin. You made a statement through Cecil's comic. you're going to make a big statement through Dan Fraga's Black Flag, which launches in April. Black Flag is going to be enormous. Dan announced he's Comicsgate. They're kicking his ass on Twitter. Dan's fighting right back. We have no more time for this. No more time. I'm furious and sad, but also optimistic. I'm sad for the comic book industry. I'm excited for us. I'm excited because this will not let us rest on our laurels. We will have to create entertaining content. We will have to do better customer service. I see here, I got a note from Wilberforce Wooster who's saying, hey, Ethan, I still haven't gotten my 2-page spread from January's auction. I sent an email. I'm sure you missed it. Maybe I should get Andrea to send it because she got my Carter J. Lee poster out perfectly. Sorry, Wilberforce. Yeah, I mailed half of that artwork from that auction, and the other half, I guess I haven't done yet. I've got to get your double-page spread out. Thank you for your support. That's going to have to change. Shit has to get shipped out on time, doesn't it? John Branson says, my son and I used to go to Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash in Red Bank. It was a nice man time with my boy. He loves Sergeant Rock. I hate that the stores are closing. I buy comics via Comicsgate now. Bears Den 007 says, no one hangs around with Gail Simone. Her gravitational pull drags them into orbit of her. It's just fat jokes about, like, the comic book industry's collapsing and we're making fat jokes about Gail. That's why I love Comicsgate. Comic Book Scrapyard says, thanks for the entertainment during the quarantine. When all else fails, Comicsgate shall return. I'm excited to see how Comicsgate grows and changes through the coming years. Oh, and here's some cash for takeout. Well, thanks, Comic Book Scrapyard. Appreciate you. Andrew made some fried chicken yesterday. Left it in the fridge for me. That's what I had. It was good. Raging Golden Eagle says, I'm ready to kick it up another few notches for Comicsgate. We need to come on each other's streams and chill our stuff one of these days. Most certainly, Raging Golden Eagle. And you're another one that's leading the way. You're showing people how it's done. There's still a market for comics. There's still people out there who want to read good comics. We have to show the way. We have to light the way for people. Checkpoint says, but your diet. Busy drawing, guys. That's my diet. Andrew is an enabler. Andrew is an enabler, says Peter Armstrong. Andrea is not an enabler. She just feeds me. She doesn't feed me junk, though. She just makes little fried chicken strips, you know. They're great. And I only had 2 of them. Softball. Yeah, you know what I have to say? I do like baseball. I would be playing baseball or softball right now if I could. I feel like Artie Lang in beer league, you know. It's raining today. It's nasty outside. And that's why we're inside anyway. Packing stuff up. Our printer broke yesterday. Andrea wanted me to tell you guys that we're out of business until Wednesday. And I said, I'm not going to say it like that. It's like everybody's saying that, and they're saying for the foreseeable future. We're still very much in business. We just shipped out a big load of, posters and comic books today. We're shipping out all the eBay stuff. If you haven't bought Blood Honey yet, we've got the team up cover is available on eBay. The link's in the description. We're shipping those out. People are getting them. And then I was really excited to see this. Twitter is where we find out how we're treating our customers. Chief Justice Optimist reports that he received his poster today, his Jay Lee Cyberfrog Wreck Planet poster from the Second Chance campaign. Came in great shape. Andrea rolled all these up, put them in plastic. Looks like a bunch of people are getting these today. If you didn't get these today, we shipped out another bunch of these today, this morning. And they should be arriving soon as well. We shipped out a ton of Cyberfrog Chromiums to people. People are going to be getting their Cyberfrog comics in the mail. And I put in the order for Unforgettable Tales today, which was interesting. It was kind of fun to do. Unforgettable Tales paid me today, so I put in an order at the printer, and here's what I ordered. I ordered 3,000 copies of Unforgettable Tales #1, 32-page book with a foil embossed cover. 3,000 copies of that. 3,000 copies of #2, 32-page book with a foil embossed cover. As you can see, I'm going to have about 1,000 extra copies. Of course, I want to make sure that people who see the book, once you see the book, you're going to want to buy the book. So I'm going to have 1,000 left over to sell. Wrecked Planet Ashcan, we sold 944 of those, and I went ahead and ordered 2,000 of those with a nice foil, gold foil cover. By the way, this campaign's still live. If you wanted to order one, you could do that. You would get your books first. We should have them shipped out. Everybody should have them in July. Blacklight poster, we sold 236 of those, and I ordered 500. I anticipate being sold out of the Blacklight poster. When we actually put it up on eBay and people see it, we are going to sell out of the Blacklight poster. So I'm anticipating selling through another 250 of those, 500 total. And the Salamandroid poster, the regular Salamandroid poster, I put this up much later. We sold 28 of those, so I just ordered 100 of them, just one pallet of those posters. Put in my order. I am writing a check for all of that. And we are, unlike some other people, we are business as usual right now. We're just plowing right ahead and making sure that everything gets out, gets done. I had a wonderful time. Absolutely wonderful time writing the back of the Rumblebee trading card. Rumblebee trading card is going to print. And, I have to write the details on the back. Now, the thing about Rumblebee is that I don't know very much about him. He's just part of he's part of Traffic. He's part of the gang, Scorpion's Philadelphia, insect human hybrid gang. They do organized crime. So I actually had to invent some stuff. And I was like, does Rumblebee have a real name? And I went, yeah, he does. He's from Devil's Pocket, Philadelphia. It's an Irish kind of neighborhood, small Irish neighborhood. And he volunteered to be part of this hybriding, kind of like, I think he became Rumblebee kind of the way Jeff Goldblum became the fly, Brundlefly. Was a Brundlefly. Same kind of situation. I had to write his powers out. But the thing was, I needed to give him a name. This is the wrong one right here. This is Rumblebee. This is what your trading card is going to look like. I had to give him a name, and I named him Krustin Carpenter. That's his real name. And I, as soon as I said that, I came upstairs and I rejoiced with Andrea. I was like, Krustin Carpenter. She's like, why did you name him Krustin Carpenter? Cruistown is a section of Philadelphia. It's actually a nicer, more affluent section of Philadelphia. But most of the towns in Philadelphia, most of the little districts are named with like Indian names, like Manayunk. It's like, I'm not naming my character Manayunk. So Krustin Carpenter, like Carpenter B. And what a great name. My name's Krustin Carpenter. It's so like Stan Lee, It's just Stan Lee. Krustin Carpenter is Rumblebee, and absolutely love him. This card is number V2. No, R2. R2D2. This card is R2 because R stands for Rogues. And I'm going to do a whole Rogues Gallery line of cards. R1 is the Vespis card that if you signed up with your email to get notified for Wreck Planet 2, you're going to be receiving card number R1, which is the Vespis. I got a message today from somebody complaining in my comments section saying, stop making cards. I want something. I'm an adult. I want something that I can use as an adult. How about a patch for my jacket? I didn't know people wanted patches. I keep seeing people making patches, and I'm like, why? If I had a patch, I wouldn't use it. But other people are saying they do want patches, and that's okay. Wow, we're getting a lot of new members. Hey, all you new members who are hitting the join button, you will be receiving that Rumblebee trading card. Soap Maker, thanks for joining. Angry Liquid, thanks for joining. TIE Fighter, thank you for joining the channel. Appreciate you guys. Patches, huh? Okay, let me look at that. Let me look at doing patches for you guys. That never really, I saw Bigfoot Bill do it or Earthworm Jim or something, and I went, I don't know. But I mean, again, this is what Comicsgate is. Comicsgate is what? What do you want? Okay. So that's how to make money. That's how to sell comics and stuff. Johnny Midnight joined the channel. Thank you. You will be receiving card number R2, which is Rumblebee. We are sending those to print. I'm going to have a design to show you. If you're listening right now, card designer, I don't know. I don't want to name your name, but if you're listening right now, see if you can get me something to show people tonight so I can actually tweet it out and people can take a look at what the card looks like. Wilberforce Wooster says, cards are great, but I think you should at least make a pinup for the Jay Lee poster as a stretch goal. People don't know what they missed out on. A pinup for the Jay Lee poster as a stretch goal, which the main one, the kicking one, the poster that I just showed. Well, let me make one thing clear. First of all, that original art is for sale. I'm going to be putting that original art in the campaign. Andrea said we should just sell that. And I said, yeah, because my other cover sold really quick. So we'll sell that. But also, if I were to do that, it would be a fold out. I don't want to ship separate packages anymore. It pisses people off. It's like, that people want the poster and the comic books, and it's like they don't go together, so you have to ship them separately, which means 2 big shipping fees they get hit with. But what if I actually did a fold out poster? That's something that we could do. Jake CB, thank you for joining the channel. Appreciate you. Andrea is the brains of the. You're not kidding. Andrea is so much smarter than me, and she's doing great. She's like, as soon as stuff comes in, as soon as orders come in, she's on top of it. She is receiving when we have issues and complaints. She comes down and talks to me about them and gets them resolved. Andrea is doing. I can't do everything myself. I just can't. I can't do it and still be creative. I need to draw. I need to draw. I need to do YouTube. I need to sell things. I need help. So Andrea is actually really stepping up and becoming, chief financial officer. I think she calls herself the CFO of the CFRP, Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet. She's doing good. What is this? APS? People, what is going on? What is that? I'm trying to understand. CFO, yeah. EVS has 36 hours in his days. I wish I did, My live streams are getting shorter, except for when I have to help a friend close things out. I'm really putting energy and time into producing this book. People have to understand. This is no joke. This book comes out in December. It has to come out in December. I made a promise. When I wrote November of 2018 for Cyberfrog Blood Honey, I didn't feel like a promise to me. It felt like this is like when I'd like it to come out. This is a promise now. I actually wrote in the thing, I will not be late. That is a promise, unless it's outside of my control. But very few things are going to put this outside of my control. I'm on top of this. I'm going to produce the book. I have plenty of money to spend. I hired logo designers today. I know people are out of work. I'm finding my logo designers. I'm putting them to work. I changed the title of Cyberfrog Numb to Cyberfrog Heartsick Horror, which is a much better title. Numb always felt weird to me. Heartsick, that's what it's about. He's heartsick and it's full of horror. So it sounds like a song title to me. And that's what the book is going to be called. I've got James Dean Anderson working on the logo for that. I've got James Dean Anderson also. I'm putting him to work. He reached out to me today to say congratulations. And he said, I think the chicken box logo would make a great t-shirt. And I said, yeah, it would. Why don't you do that for me? And I'll pay you. And then while you're at it, why don't you design the logos for Cyberfrog Red Extermination and Cyberfrog Green Supremacy? Get those logos done. And then I found the original Salamandroid logo and the guy who designed it. And I've got him, because that's got to be redone. It's got to be souped up and redone for the Salamandroid Death Sting book. I've got him working on that. I'm putting people to work. Dear 3D Robin made a puzzle page for Cyberfrog. 3D Robin, I haven't had a chance to answer you yet, but yes, I'm going to purchase that puzzle page from you. Thank you for doing that. And I could probably use another one. This money is getting spread around. Not the way Comic Book Hut thinks. This money is getting spread around, employing other people within this community to create things that I can sell. That's how business should be done. I'm going to hire people, and these people are going to create content for me that I can use to make more money. So during this time, Comic Skaters should look out for each other. All of you guys who are able to, if you need to hire somebody, if you need to hire an inker or a letterer, look within this community. Your brothers and sisters, promote them, elevate them, give them a chance to help out. That's what we're gonna do. At this point, it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I have enough money to do some really big stuff with Cyberfrog. So yeah. It's great. Despite all this, we've got comic book stores closing the doors. We've got Diamond Distribution no longer taking product. That's the end of Marvel DC Image. It's the end. It's the end of Mark Waid's Humanoids. Humanity first. It's over, Mark. Mark, it's over. It's over. So sorry. In the meantime, we're going to be kicking some ass. And the only thing that can stop us is printers closing down. I don't think that's going to happen. And if it does, we will find printers overseas to use, not in China. Not China. We will find we'll find printers to use to get the product done, as close to on time as possible. What does the Diamond announcement mean? People are saying. What does it mean, says Peter Mayer. Well, what it means is that Diamond is no longer in business. They're closing their doors because of the pandemic. But see, other companies, comic book companies, are telling employees to stop working. All of this is happening all at once. The comic book industry has probably died. There's a good 80% chance that this is it. The comic book industry is officially dead. Diamond is saying for the foreseeable future, which means they have no plans to reopen right now. They will no longer be accepting product and distributing it. What does that mean? That means that Marvel, DC, all these other companies can continue to stay in business if they only work digitally. So comic books are not going to be shipped because no one is there to ship them. But you can always go digital and put your books up through Comixology. Comixology represents a fraction of the industry's income. Just a fraction of the market share. Now, at the beginning of the year, I said, interestingly enough, I said Comicsgate's going to take 1% of the comic book market share, 2020. It might be 5% now, but not because we're doing better, because they're doing worse. I don't know. It's awful to say, but yeah, we're gonna have a good year this year. In comparison, Comicsgate is going to take a huge chunk of the comic industry market share just by virtue of the fact that we can still work, we can still make comics, we can still ship comics, and that's the thing. As long as we're shipping out of our own houses, our own homes. We have an interesting model. Our business model is limited. We're not printing tens of thousands of comics at $3 or $4 each. We're printing few thousand comics at $25 each. That's all you need to do. And when you're doing that, you can ship yourself. You don't even need a fulfillment center. You can buckle down and you can ship these comics right out of your house. If you can sell 2,000 copies of your comic book at $25 each plus extras, little bonus tiers that build up the amount of money that you made, you're in business. You are in business. You don't have to worry about anything else. You can just do that full time. Do 2 of those a year, you're good. Do 3 of those a year, you're very good. Enjoy yourself. And you get to keep it all. Minus printing, fulfillment fees, whatever shipping costs, you get to keep all that money. I love it. It's great. And that is why, I mean, other people, other publishers are looking at Comicsgate and admiring and envying our business model. And I've heard as much. I've heard people say this to me. Comic book publishers have said, I envy your business model because of how compact it is, how limited, the moving pieces are, and the unlimited possibilities. Just a kid from Brooklyn, thanks for $10. Ethan, I can't have a gangster like you eating Prego jar sauce. It's all wrong. I'll see if I can grab you a couple jars of gravy from Rouse in New York City and send them to your P.O. Box. Andrew will love it. Hey, thank you, just a kid from Brooklyn. That's a last resort, you understand. Look, I am stocking up my cabinet. And by the way, I'm 25% Italian. I don't know if people know that about me. People think of me as Dutch. I'm only 25% Dutch. My last name is Dutch, and I think I look Dutch. My nose, my complexion. My grandfather on my father's side is Dutch, and his wife is very Italian in Jersey in the 50s. Connected. Her brother was connected, from what I understand. It's kind of cool. And then my mom is like 100% like British, So I'm mostly English, Dutch, Italian. The 25% is a no. Is my nose Italian? Is that what? Maybe my nose is Italian, come to think of it. I've seen Italians with some schnozzes. Some schnozzes. Could be. I like being Italian. Riley Odlin says that explains the teeth. What about my teeth are Italian? Oh, my British, are my teeth bad? Yeah. My Roman nose. Well, that's it. I mean, we're gonna ride this out. It should be okay, guys. We're gonna be here to entertain you. We're gonna be here to create stuff and entertain you and all that stuff. And I'm gonna be doing more live streams, probably shorter but more often. And I will bring more people in here to amuse you. More Dan Fraga, more John Malin, more Cecil, more everybody. I'm excited about these new campaigns, John Malin's campaign and Cecil's campaign getting fulfilled. I'm excited about Black Flag. All right, let me look at Cyberfrog Wreck Planet. Thank you guys so much for supporting this. This is great. Like I said, we've sold 921 Executive Honeycomb box sets. And I think one of the reasons why they're starting to sell a lot again is because I announced there's going to be another variant cover by me in there. So another variant cover by me. And also a kid's book, a storybook is going to go in there. Well, I want to do kind of a version of Cyberfrog that's okay for kids, little kids, like 5 to 10 years old. So I want to do that and put that in the box. Also, there will be a calendar when we get to 500,000. If we get to 500,000, I'm going to add a 2021 wall calendar to this box as well, featuring art by all of your favorite Comicsgate artists. It's going to be really, really cool. Cyberfrog Unforgettable Tales is still up. It's still available, even though it's in demand. Look at this. We're about to hit 130,000 on this campaign. Wonderful. Do not miss out. Make sure that you order these books. You're going to be glad that you did. Make sure that you order a Wreck Planet preview mini comic here, this ash can. It's got an exclusive Jay Lee cover. Some people were saying, hey, Jay Lee did a cover for you. Holy smokes. No, he did 2. This is the other one. I've got 2 covers from Jay Lee. This one is only going to go on the ash can. Look at Heather about ready to backstab Cyberfrog. She would never do that. Make sure that you get a Salamandroid Blacklight poster as well. Like I said, I ordered 500 of those, so I'm going to have about 250 of them left after, the stuff that we've already sold. All good. And it looks so good, man. Look how good this poster is going to look on your wall. And it's huge. It is huge. Yeah. Let's see. Who colored that? Of course, Kyle Ritter did. Kyle Ritter colors everything that I do. Kyle turned in 2 more pages of Unforgettable #1 today. I think he's almost done. I think he's almost done that book. I really want to send that to press. I would like to beat it. Like I said, it was going to come out in July. I would like to beat that July deadline. I'm like a wolf right now. I just want to beat like all the deadlines. I want to beat all expectations. I never want to be late again. I never want to disappoint anyone ever again. Our business model needs to be customers first at all times. What can we do? How can we help you? How can we help you? Let me read some super chats here. Any that I missed. And by the way, big super chats here. Thank you guys. Big juicy super chats on Comic Artist Pro Secrets today, even though I botched the opening of this video. That's nice. Let's see. Got my Jay Lee poster today, and it looks great. And I can't see who wrote that to me. Hold on. Maybe if I shrink the screen. There it is. Ron B. Ron B got his Jay Lee poster today, and it looks great. Optimist Deadpool says, boy, I wish someone would have come up with a way to fund, create, distribute comics before the industry died. Oh, wait. That's right, Optimist Deadpool. That's what we've done. D-Farm Creative says, was Peter serious about printing with Chromium? I think you mean Peter Simeti. I think so. I'm trying to influence Peter Simeti in a positive way. I really love what Peter's doing, but I don't think that cheap comics are the future. I think he needs to consider doing more high-quality product at this point, just like better paper, cooler stuff, and a higher price tag. Doc Bear says, EVS, with all this Corona business, I'm very concerned about your health. I suggest you start working from home and stop going into the office every day. Yeah, don't worry about me. All I do is work from home, and it's great. Doc Bear says, EVS, I read that one. Cecil of Christmas Past says, at my local comics shop, I buy Backstock, Alterna, and CG Comics. That's good. Thank you for doing that. Justin Maybe says, hail Caesar Victorious, hail the chat, hail War Campaign. Thanks for $20. Snowman 0147 says, didn't expect this to happen anytime soon. None of us really did. I mean, it was going to happen, but I really thought this year it was looking like things were kind of slowing down. When they fired Dan DiDio, I was like, that's it. You know, it's Dan DiDio. People were like, yeah, this is the great move. Rob Liefeld was celebrating that like an idiot. Dan was holding down the fort over there. The Lunatics, without Dan, the Lunatics will take over that asylum really quickly. Yeah, Big Ben Henderson says, I co-owned a local comic shop once. We had no savings. This is disastrous to small stores. Random Name says, can I put in a request for an Ethan and Shatner duet at the convention? Well, if we can get him, yeah. Hatch 450SX says, where were you when I was bored all day, Pie Man? Busy, doing a bunch of different things. Bears Den 07 says, no one hangs around with Gail Simone. Dave Youngson says, remember, tough people last. Tough times don't. Right. Stay tough, guys. Raging Golden Eagles here. Al M says, if I want to buy a head sketch copy of Cyberfrog 2, how do I add another copy for the chicken box? It doesn't give me an option at the checkout. Did I miss out on it? Oh, that's interesting. Well, I can fix that. I can probably do that pretty quick. Actually do like an add-on version of Wreck Planet. Okay, give me a little bit, and I'll do that when I end the show. People Circus says, we do carry on streaming every Wednesday here in Comicsgate UK. Mark C says, my hope is artist Lee Weeks and Ron Garney can call themselves part of our Comicsgate family. Both would crush it over here. Individualist says, a black hole is a point in space. Gravity is not driven by size, but how dense. Heretic says, would you say product is flowing, E? I would say that. It is. Thank you for using the word flowing again. Yetnafi says, estimated time of arrival on JPP book art. If you're late, you get replaced as an artist because of whatever. I will never let you live it down. I don't think I'm going to have time. I'm going to have to tell Jordan Peterson. Probably not. You're going to have to replace me. I got too much. I got too much on my plate right now. Grimjim666 says, Cyberfrog pins, very collectible these days. Amateur Ant says, sex bots are better than EVS. J Bomba fan says, super chat test, take my money, EVS. Just a kid from Brooklyn. Thank you. Al M says, did you miss my super chat about Cyberfrog 2? Or did I miss you answering it? Yeah, well, I just read that one. Let's see here. Stephen Mario says Clownfish has another great video echoing your thoughts. A lot of F-bombs dropped. Gets me fired up in a good way. Cecil says Edwin is back trying to kill Cash Grab. Yeah, I saw that, Cecil. Do you want to come in here? Do you want to talk about it? I was going to end the stream, but every time I talk about Edwin and Mike, people go, stop it. Nobody likes that drama. Yeah, but they keep doing like dumb shit. This is a never ending like cycle. They do something, we answer them. They do it back and we answer them. And it's enough. Ariel Kohler says, love USPS notification. Emailed me on Friday. Got my poster on Monday. Perfection. Yeah, Andrew has got it down. Dr. Ian Malcolm says, hail Caesar, life finds a way. And so did your Heather Swain membership promo card. Thank you. Hail the human sunbeam. Snarkticon DM says, keep reaping Van Scyther away from Shatner. I think he'll be fine. I do. All right, I'll get Cecil in here if you guys want. Cecil. Every single day. It's some new dumb thing. Oh. No, I'll post it. All right, Cecil, your link is in your DM. Let me see what else is going on here. Yeah, no new comics. Everybody's reacting to this. That's it. Comics are dead. There are no more comics. It's all gone. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Everybody's reacting to this online right now. It's going to get weirder too. I really think, I'm starting to see more people getting more upset and attacking me, attacking Cyberfrog. It's going to get much, much, much worse. Cecil, hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
I am so sorry to hear that you're being attacked
again. Don't they call him indestructible?
So tell me what's going on. Tell everybody what's going on.
Nothing. He's contacting Indiegogo again, saying I'm breaking terms of service because I made a now people are saying I'm promoting male rape. I'm like, I don't know. It's just the fainting couches and the pearl clutching and the oh my stars and garters. Just stop it, you pussies.
Well, let's have
we got goofed on a little bit. It was, all right, maybe Doug got a little bit more.
So this is what they're complaining about, Cecil. Your promo video. Your promo video.
Yes.
Here it is. All right. My God. Oh, shit. Oh.
Schemes and scams.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Now, I've seen this video a few times now at this point. Now, Cecil, what exactly are they complaining about?
It hurt their feelings. It was degrading them.
Good.
I don't know. These are grown men. Like, stop it. It was a cartoon. Your beard got knocked off. Stop it, you baby.
Yeah, Edwin Boyette is furious at the depiction of him. I don't
No,
think
he's furious. He's furious at a couple things. He has
Okay.
400,000 reasons to be furious today, and 154,000 reasons to be furious the other night. They're just pissed at that. Shit is breaking the way anybody with a fucking brain could see the way it was going to break. And they made some wrong turns while everybody was screaming at them, you're going the wrong way.
What do you mean the wrong way? Could you explain like what you mean by that? And what do you mean things are breaking?
They keep doubling down. They kept doubling down. It's over. I mean, it's not even a question of what was the right decision to do. But
Decision about what?
About Comicsgate, about leaving Comicsgate, about attacking Comicsgate, about turning on Comicsgate.
Oh, yeah.
That was their decision. So, we goofed on them, but for them, it's furious. I mean, they're pissed. So they have nowhere to really take it out on. So they're going after this cartoon like it's fucking, I don't even know what they think this is, like a call to action to beat them up with Mego dolls. I don't know.
Well, I don't know either. Let me watch it again and let me get another. This time I'm really gonna watch.
Schemes and scams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now Mike has no complaint. I didn't lay a finger on him.
Right.
Oh.
So
Yes.
I still don't see the problem.
I don't either. No, they're really honestly just focusing the rage on this, trying desperately to get to fuck my campaign up and take money away from me because that'll make them feel better.
Do you think that's what it is? Now, I noticed that Mike S. Miller's campaign, Bless This Mess. Some people.
Meth.
I heard people calling it Bless This Meth, but it wasn't. It was, and I heard other people calling it Bless This Meh, but it wasn't. It was Bless This Mess. I looked just to be sure. It was seeking $10,000 in funding on Kickstarter. Now, we like to say, please don't go bring your books over to Kickstarter because Kickstarter is a company that rejected John Malin. It rejected your boy Zach. Their Jawbreakers campaign
and it rejected Mike Miller.
That's right, for political reasons. In all three cases, political reasons, they were gate-kept from using Kickstarter. So we like to say it doesn't matter if Kickstarter will or will not take your campaign. Please don't offer it to them. Take your business to Indiegogo, where people are not politically discriminated against. And the extra benefit is Indiegogo only takes 5%. Whereas Kickstarter takes 7%. So you're saving money and you're saving your dignity. That's the right thing to do. But anyway, I went over to Kickstarter and I saw that Mike, under a pseudonym, because he was Mike S. Miller, now he's just Mike Miller over there, had launched the campaign Bless This Mess. he was seeking $10,000, and his campaign ended at like 6,400, which is humiliating for somebody who, when he was a part of Comicsgate, brought in $175,000 for a campaign. Now, it could be that he's mad about that. Could be that he's mad because, your campaign, and by the way, you've had a long and storied career in comic books. You really paid your dues, didn't you?
I think so.
How long have you been working in comics?
About 5 pages so far.
So less than Mike, because Mike has been working in comics for 30 years.
It's not really, I'm not really about the quantity. It's just the quality.
Thank you for saying that. I agree with you about that. So nevertheless, your comic book raised $156,384. Your change is more than he raised on his entire book. So it could be, this is just a theory, but it could be that he's mad about that. And he's not really mad about this cartoon, which Scotty Richards Studios did. And it's funny. I mean, it's a good parody. It's a Mad Magazine style parody. Some people said that in the video, you are seen jamming Amigo human centipede figure up Doug TenNaples' anus.
No, I didn't. I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either. Let's watch it. Let me ask you something. Is that the noise that it would make? If you were to ram a series of Mego figures up another man's butthole, and I'm sorry, I've never done it. So I don't. Okay, well, no, I never have done it. So I don't know the noise that it would make, but would it really be like that? Would it be?
You got to ask Scotty Richard. I mean, he did meticulous research.
It seems to me that you spanked him with that.
Oh, like more of a slap.
That's correct. Let's watch it again. Hold on. Let's watch it again. And you tell me. Oh, by the way, I don't know. Can you hear the audio?
Yeah, you can turn it up a little if you can.
Hold on a second. Let me just make sure that this is proper, because I don't think I hit the audio button. And the whole point of this is sound effects here. And yeah. I just want to put you and Scotty Richards out in the clear. I also want I want this to ease the minds of anyone who's concerned that in this cartoon, a javelin of Mego figures was rammed up the rectum of the creator of Earthworm Jim. I don't think that's what is depicted here. And let's listen again. Here we go.
Oh.
It's a spanking.
It's more of maybe a towel snapping incident.
Exactly. Let me see it again. One more time here, just to make sure. As you can see, by the way, look at the Mego figures, the human centipede. Here we go. It doesn't make that noise. And I will tell you also, Doug probably wouldn't say, oh, if that happened.
Right.
One more time. Okay, I know Doug. I don't think Doug would have said that. So, all right, it's just my opinion about things. But anyway, I think it might have more to do with the fact that you've raised $156,000, $156,384 to date. And still growing, still climbing as people discover the campaign and want to back it. It might have something to do with that, and that Mike didn't raise his $10,000.
You're starting to put things together there, right?
It might have something to do, Cecil.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's what I want you to think about. I don't know if you noticed this, but Mike is coloring his own book right now and lettering his own book right now. That's weird. Why would you do that if you have plenty of money?
For betterment, man needs a hobby.
That's true. Maybe it's just practice. I have lots of money, and so I'm not going to be doing any of my own logo work, for example, or lettering or coloring. So it's not really my specialty. So I'm going to hire people to do that. I'm going to spend the money hiring them, and I'm going to spend the money printing the book and fulfilling the book.
That helps the economy, Ethan. You're kind of a hero right now. What's going on? Yeah, I mean, I know you shy away from that, so that's why I put the qualifier there. I mean, you're clearly a hero, but I don't want to embarrass you.
Oh, it's no embarrassment. I take compliments like that in stride, Cecil.
In a time of pandemic, one man steps forward, hires colorers, letterers, printers.
Now, if you are somebody who likes Mike a lot, and I mean a lot, let me show you something about that.
I think Doug does, and I think that Doug is going to probably give Mike the same kind of maybe he'll do the same kind of live stream he did with George.
Mm-hmm. About failure.
Yeah.
Advise him to get a job in the real world.
FedEx is booming right now. I remember that was his advice to George. The failure stream, it was called.
Right. All right. So I will say this: not only Doug, but somebody who is currently attacking you for making fun of everyone in that cartoon. Somebody who might be mad at you for several reasons that have nothing to do with you. None of this has anything to do with you. I want you to understand that you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong.
If anything, I'm a victim.
No, you are a victim. I'm going to show you why I think maybe, possibly, Edwin Boyette might be fiercely defending Mike S. Miller right now. Let me show you a video clip.
Like Mama Bear.
Yeah, exactly like that. This is from 2018. This is a video put together by Tweeter Trash. Here we go. That's loud.
Yeah, that's loud.
This guy over here, what's your name? Miller? What's your last name?
I was so young.
This is the first appearance of Mike S. Miller on Comic Artist Pro Secrets.
Do you remember how young I looked back then?
You really look good. Now, you're going to watch. This is Mike sitting here. I want you to watch Edwin. And I want you to imagine that Edwin is not Edwin Boyette, but a woman.
This is Edwin and I are both meeting Mike for the first time right now.
Everyone is. This is Mike's first appearance on the stream. So again, I want you to pretend, strip away everybody else that's here and just look at Mike and look at Edwin and imagine that this is taking place in a bar somewhere, a meetup, a singles bar. Okay, here we go.
Or remind me of Don Morocco.
I'm so sorry,
Don Morocco. Yeah, Don Morocco.
The wrestler?
I usually the Magnificent.
You look like a wrestler.
Don Morocco.
I was drunk. I apologize.
Okay, a little bit. All right, Cecil. Yeah.
Look at the stars in the eyes here. See what I'm saying? See the stars in the eyes?
There's something.
Yeah, okay, let's keep watching.
Yeah.
It's not a put down on it. It's not a put down on it.
Yeah, I can see it. When did you leave Hawaii, Miller?
Messed up bag of meat. What? Say again?
Mike just said you look like a messed up bag of meat to you, but nobody was listening. And Edwin was undeterred. He's trying to find out, this is a meet cute situation here. Here we go.
When did you leave Hawaii? I'm talking to you from Honolulu, Hawaii.
Look at that right
there. Find yourself someone that looks at you the way Edwin is looking at Mike right now.
I have never seen anything like this. And I remember at the time, I didn't notice this at the time, but I remember him hitting me up in an email and saying, "Thank you so much for introducing me to Mike S. Miller." I said, "Nobody's ever said that to me before." He said,
"I didn't send you an email."
All right, here we go.
Oh, are you? Oh, yeah. I was born in I was born in Kapiolani Women's Center, unlike Obama. But I lived in Aiea.
Okay.
Up until I was about
2 Hawaiians. Who would have thought?
Love it. 2 Hawaiians. Who would have thought? I'm drunk. Look at my eyes and my pink face. Fantastic.
You embarrassed
Fantastic.
yourself on that stream.
I what?
I said, yeah, you embarrassed yourself on that stream.
I embarrass myself on every stream.
Try to keep it together. You seem kind of drunk.
Yeah.
Hey, Don Morocco.
Hooray. Whatever. Yeah. So that's beautiful.
No, enough out of you, Cecil. So, Michael, tell me more about you.
You're talking to a Hawaiian. You're talking to another Hawaiian right now. So, Cecil, with that context in mind, and everything is contextual, okay? Now do you understand why Edwin might be pissed right now? Because none of it makes sense. Here's what doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that he's mad at you for that cute little parody that you did of him, in which
silly. It was at best it could be described as silly. To call it malicious or hurtful or anything like that, it is. I mean, you're pushing the limits. I mean, for a grown man, right?
You smacked him and gave him a haircut with your.
Yeah,
gave him a haircut.
Give him a haircut. Stop it.
So, nevertheless, do you think that there is a reason why Edwin is really upset? And do you think it has to do with some choices that he directed Mike to make that were based entirely on spite and arrogance and ego? Do you think that now that Mike, that Edwin, who, by the way, spends a lot of time in the middle of the night on Mike's streams, when, you know, if you're not making money, I'm on YouTube making money. If I'm not with Andrea, which is, it's rare. If I'm not with Andrea, it's because I'm here. I'm making money. I'm paying the mortgage around here. I don't think Edwin's paying the mortgage. Why is he up in the middle of the night with Mike?
Well, that bless his meth was supposed to be a nest egg.
Oh, I see. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure I agree with that theory. So I have some questions, but things in context, I can see why there's some anger at you. You, of course, you kind of stuck around.
Why me? I'm the most pro-gay, or other than you. You're a gay hero.
Yeah.
But, I'm like one of the most pro-gay guys in Comicsgate. So why be mad at me?
I don't know.
I would never stand in anybody's way, let alone those two guys. I'd get out.
I think you're missing the point. I don't think it's about that.
Okay. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Yeah, I don't think it's about like whether you're pro or anti-gay. I think it's more like choices. I think that if like you missed the boat on something, by the way, I think that if you missed the boat on something because, or if somebody you really, really, really cared about missed the boat on something because of your urging and your pressure, and everyone who got on the boat is doing very, very, very well, and you and your guy, you're not doing well at all, and it's kind of your fault, and it's only a matter of time until the person you care about makes that connection.
He probably has a few more years with Mike.
That's true. It's gonna be a while before it hits him. Wait a second.
It's gonna be
Wait a minute.
2026. What the fuck?
So I think there's a little bit of that going on right now, and a lot of sad people, a lot of people who are a little bit bitter about what's going on here.
Regret is the word. Remorse.
Sorrow.
It's like buyer's remorse when you buy something like in just like a regular XL, and then you're like, because I'm going to be wearing it in 2 months, and then you go to put it on, and you're like, I should have got the 3XL.
I wonder what that's like. Yeah, I can imagine that would be a real pain in the ass.
That's called buyer's remorse.
Yeah, for me, it's like I'm the other way around. I'm like, oh, here's a 2XL. I'm going to buy this because I might be fat in a little while.
Then you're swimming.
And then I put it on, and yeah, I'm like, I should have bought a large.
Yeah, it's like wearing a bed sheet. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, 100%. You know, my side of the mattress is flat.
I've had that happen.
We have like one of those foam mattresses.
Yes. Never get a pillow top if you're a heavy guy.
No, it's space age foam. It's supposed to go back into shape. You know, I mean, this is like it's a $5,000 mattress that, like, you know, it's firm and everything.
Ethan, I've done it.
I've
done
turned it.
it.
I've turned it into a wedge. You know, it used to be like a block. So Andrea is elevated on her side. The lovely Andrea, she's sleeping. So she went to sleep on my side of the bed last night because I was up all night long, okay, working and stuff. And she's like, I'm going to sleep on your side of the bed. If you're coming to bed at like 5 or 6 a.m., could you just go sleep in the guest room so you don't wake up Ava? I said, okay. She woke up pissed. She was sleeping on my side of the bed, and she said, I was practically, it's like a ramp at this point, honey. I said, I've noticed it too. Like when I roll over to come, you know,
the company is defective.
It must be defective, you know. But this is space age foam. It's supposed to go back into place and stuff like that. And, you know, it is not going back into place. I said, we'll just buy a new mattress. She said, well, let's just flip it. I said, how will we flip it? You know, it's like in any way that you flip this this mattress, it's going to be weird.
Yeah, it ain't gonna work. Let's see. Did you? How old is the mattress?
I bought it for her. Okay, so when I started dating Andrea, she had just moved out of like a boyfriend situation, and he took the bed with her. So I said, I'll buy a new bed over there. So I sent over a new mattress. This was like 2014.
Oh,
so
you got 6 years out of it.
6 years. Is that too? That's enough, right? I can get a new one.
Yeah, I did. I flattened out one of those things in about 2 years once, where my girlfriend was changing the thing, and it was just like, what the fuck is this?
I got to get a new one. I got a new mattress. How did I do that?
I don't know. It must be you must turn a lot, and it causes like heat and friction to kill.
That must be it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm like my body is like a furnace, and it's melting.
Like very active. You heat up from all the spinning. It breaks down the molecular structure of the foam. I'm sure from the heat. That's all. Oh. I'm because it's what I think. Also, that's what I was doing.
So I have nothing to be ashamed of.
If there's any bedding expert from Sleepy's in the chat, just please. No one, honey. No,
it's not my fault, right? What you're saying, what you're trying to say to me is that it's not my fault.
How could it be? You're the customer.
Yeah, of course. So it's this is just the way it goes. Mattresses all do this, and it's time for me to go buy a new one. And when that one becomes a wedge.
Wait, somebody did have a comment. Bullshit. Cecil never had a girlfriend. Well, I mean, I also slept on it when she wasn't there. I mean, I had it for a while, but she noticed it. It was just like, what's this all about? It's very embarrassing. Anyway,
I got to get a new one. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get a new mattress. I can afford it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You're Ethan Van Skyver, creator of Cyberfrog.
I can afford a new $5,000 mattress.
You should get a waterbed.
Oh, I've had a waterbed. I had one of those in the 1994. I got a waterbed.
I feel like that's what a frog would get.
Yeah, I mean those are
terrible for your back.
Terrible for your back. I don't know. There's some situations in which they're kind of comfortable, but like you can't do stuff on that mattress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people in the 70s were like, waterbed, it really makes sex better. What are you talking about?
Yeah, if you can't move.
Yes, if you're paralyzed, the waves will help you.
The waves move your body. Well,
you can't do nothing on a waterbed.
There's no way to get you can't brace yourself against it.
Right. That's exactly right. You need a nice firm mattress. So I'm going to dude, I love Andrea sleeping on my side of the bed last night and getting pissed off. Oh, it's so great. All right.
Mr. Wonderful had a good comment. He said his foam mattress went insane because of the memories.
Oh, the memories, memory foam. That's right. The mattress was a war veteran, Vietnam, and it was having flashbacks. Here we go. Cyberfrog 2 Wrecked Planet, still amazing. 402,000. I'm sorry, we're about to flip to 403,000, Cecil.
Don't be sorry.
I'm not sorry in that way. I just mean like, excuse me. What I mean is, I'm sorry that when somebody says I'm sorry, but that means I'm sorry that you're an idiot and don't understand what I'm trying to say to you.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm trying to say is I'm sorry that you're an idiot, Cecil.
Got it.
And I
apology accepted.
All right, very good. Cyberfrog Unforgettable. By the way, it was so funny because that cartoon. What really bothered Vicky on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Why is that person part of?
I don't know who Vicky is, but the criticism.
And then it's Ren. I'm pretty sure.
It could be, but I don't think she's smart enough to be Renfamous. Renfamous is a little bit more. Vicky is.
Oh yeah, that's those war campaign assholes. The curtain got pulled back on Ren. It's not all.
No. But even still, she's better at repertoire, like repartee.
Okay.
What's the word I'm looking for?
You got it. Second time.
Repartee. She's better at that than Vicky is. Vicky sucks at it. But Vicky was mad at me over your cartoon, and do you know why she was mad at me?
No.
Because of how much I was enjoying it.
Well, yeah, that's why they're mad about everything.
She said you should not have laughed like that. You took pleasure in the image of Doug Tenaple being sodomized by Mego dolls.
There was no image.
I didn't see that. A couple of things. I'd had a few drinks. My only excuse is it was really, really funny.
Yeah. In your defense, it was really funny.
No, I mean, if you look at it, if you watch it,
do they know what they've become? They just stare at the group of kids laughing, and they're just fuming over there. No one has any fun. They're just joyless cunts. Excuse me. They're just all joyless idiots, just staring at people having a good time and being pissed off.
I know, but how can you not think this is funny? That's what I'm saying. Like, this is funny, objectively speaking.
Yeah.
So let's watch it again and see if it's funny.
Come worms.
Yeah, that's Preston. That's John Delarose.
Maybe I never got confirmation from the artist. I don't even know if that's it.
It might not be. These might be coincidental.
Stop laughing, Ethan.
Schemes, let's get. It looks just like him. Gave him a nice haircut. This was great. Oh, ducking and weaving.
Oh.
So they were mad at me, Cecil, for laughing at that and enjoying it. Like they said, look at your face enjoying it. You shouldn't be enjoying it that much. The image of Doug being sodomized. I was like, I didn't even see Doug being sodomized. I just saw him go, oh, after he got spanked with a toy.
Who gets angry at the laughter of children?
Monsters.
Monsters. That's right. Frankenstein chucked that chick in the lake.
I get scared of the laughter of children, especially when like it's in the middle of the night and it's dark out and you don't have any children.
And there's an echo to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that.
That's scary. That's some scary shit.
But either way, what if this channel was just us watching another channel where everybody's fucking laughing and crying laughing all the time, and we're just like, ooh, these people. If that's your fucking life, then change some things. Like change what the fuck you're doing. If you're staring at other people having fun and now you're mad at them for having too much fun, change fucking things. Turn it around. There's plenty of time left.
There's time to change.
There's time to change. Turn it around. You're going down the fucking a dead end. You're staring at people having a good time, and then you're getting mad at those people for having a good time.
Yes. Do not go down the path of meth.
Right.
That is the path of meth. Go down the path of fudge. We'll tell all about fudge. If you're a part of Comicsgate, we will tell all about fudge. We're going to tell about fudge all the time.
Every fun vacation town, what do they have? You don't see it in other towns, but in fun vacation, fudge shop.
Fudge represents happiness and joy. It represents innocence and simplicity. Meth is the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Meth is the dark path that represents pain and suffering. It represents anger, bitterness, and envy. It represents all 7 deadly sins.
Now, here's the bad side, though. Because
all 7 deadly sins except for gluttony. Because, there are people who have a meth build. Their body is
right. They could do calisthenics.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, and you kind of took what I was going to say. There is one downside. The way of the fudge does destroy memory foam mattresses, but the way of the meth, that you could keep that mattress for 20 years and it ain't going to go down.
Well, I don't know. I mean, honestly, you look at this and
mostly because you don't sleep on meth.
That's the fudge highway. Cecil is that's the fudge highway there.
I would give him like a little towel snap with it. That's what I.
Yeah.
Okay, I put that together. That's from the sound I heard. It was like whoosh. Like a little gym locker hijinks. That's all. Coach would say, "Knock it off."
Yeah, you knuckleheads.
Quit horsing around. Stuff like that.
Stop forcibly sodomizing each other. He's never said that. There's no coach in the world.
You got to stay late with Coach Sandusky.
Oh, that's the only coach that's ever said that. No other coach. He's the exception that proves the rule.
Knock it off, or you got to do laps with Sandusky.
Yeah. Geek Chorus, one of my favorite people in the world, has a new song. It's about Gail.
Oh, is that right? I did not know this.
Well, let's hear it. Let's take a listen to the new Frog Sinatra song by Geek Chorus.
Gail and Rocket, Peg and Socket. Does she keep his balls in her back pocket? He must really love her. When they have sex, he must get smothered. Gail and Rocket, to market. Asking for free stuff, I bet they hawk it. Talks to viewers gently, like they were kids in elementary. Games on trains to C2E2. Super excited. Don't you laugh or you'll get canceled and copyrighted. Gail and Rocket, out for profit. It's enough to make you wanna vomit. A bully and her soy boy who really hate the Comicsgate, a movement that they just can't destroy. Melts down like a table candle. Gender confusion. Virtue signaling on Twitter shows. Lives of delusion. Gail and Rocket, they won't stop it. Make an argument and watch them block it. A bully and a soy boy who can't even tell the difference between Voltron and a Transformers toy. Optimus Prime.
All right, thank you so much. Geek Chorus, the great Geek Chorus, just coming up with lots and lots of content. I can't wait until this album is done. I mean, it really, really is good. I hear from him. He thanks me for playing his stuff. We're going to play it all the time. You know, my show is becoming more and more Howard Stern every day, Cecil.
Yeah, he's going to save the music industry. You're trying to save the comic industry, but this guy's single-handedly saving the music industry.
I want to drink with him. I want to drink the Manhattan with him.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
A Rob Roy.
Old-fashioned.
An old-fashioned.
Yeah. That's what we want to do. That guy is awesome.
Or as Gail used to call it, the hot new drink.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at these campaigns again, Cecil. I just want to check and see how you're doing and remind people to back Cash Grab. It's not too late. If you liked the video and you thought it was funny too, we got some more people backing you. If you thought it was funny too, and you don't care how people feel about how hard you laugh at the Scotty Richards Studios video, why don't you throw a little support behind Cash Grab, the graphic novel by Cecil, as Edwin Boyette reports it and tries to get it shut down. Sorry, it's in demand already. It's no longer funding, it's in demand. It's a store, which means, Cecil, you should be getting a whole lot of money shot into your account pretty soon, right?
I reckon.
Okay, that's good news.
It's in demand, but I'm gonna shut it down pretty soon.
Why?
Because I have something else planned.
Oh, well, I mean, look,
I like that you always don't know what I'm talking about.
I never know what you're talking about. So okay, I would just leave it open anyway. You know,
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I have like 5 campaigns open right now, and they're just collecting money. I mean, my campaigns are just collecting money for me, throwing money in my account.
Campaigns than Mike.
Yeah, but I fulfill mine.
Oh.
That's the difference. People actually get their items from me. I fulfill everything on time. And the product is good. And it's mostly almost entirely by me and not by my friends who I've guilted into helping me. Cyberfrog, why do we do this? Cyberfrog Unforgettable Tales number 1 and 2, guys, is still open. It's really, really close to 130,000. Amazing. That's
this thing's just been steadily chugging along.
Yeah, I have to say, when I launched this thing about 3 weeks in, I looked at BackerKit and it was predicting this was sitting at 70,000, but it was predicting that it was going to land on 125,000. And I said, no effing way. And it ended up landing at 124, 187, which is pretty close to 125. And it's still doing great business.
Yeah. Every time I check on it,
it's another $5,000 in the course of a month. That's good business. So I'm going to leave it open, and I think it's still gonna do good. Cyberfrog 2 Wrecked Planet is a blockbuster sensation. This is like, we just hit 403. This is like Jaws in 1973.
Yeah.
Was Jaws 73 or 75?
Yeah, you're gonna need a bigger bed.
You shut up, Cecil. I am going to get a bigger bed. $403,020. Thank you, guys. This is still just steadily chugging along. And this campaign in particular is the one that's upsetting all of the people that hate us for no reason. And I would say to them, fuck you. No, I would say to them, stop hating. Start congratulating. And then I would also say, you can't beat us, join us. What do you think of that, Cecil?
Yes.
How hard is that?
But I don't want to fucking. I'm all for guys coming over, but I got a litmus test, and I know you're not supposed to. But if I hear someone saying, "Well, Corona killed the comic book industry," no.
Mm-hmm.
No. Shit! I said the word right. I fucked you up.
No, it's okay because I've been playing copyrighted music all day. So,
okay. what I'm saying is they have to admit that it was the SJW policies and all that. I don't want to hear like, well, we came here because what happened with the outbreak and that. No. You have to admit it accelerated it, but they were killing it all along. Does that sound crazy, or is that wrong on me?
That sounds about right. By the way, somebody in the chat says Backer Kid says Wreck Planet is going to hit $837,509 in its first month. Holy shit.
Damn.
You know what? As long as it beats Icarus and the Sun, which as soon as it does, if it does, I will say the evil has been defeated.
Yeah, that was a dicky thing to do.
Everyone's nuts. Everyone's absolutely nuts. So I will say the evil has been defeated. And then I will say, where's my gay man? Where's my winged gay man book, Gabriel? Where?
Yeah.
Where's my winged gay man and the sun book? Where's my soy boy angel book?
Did you order it?
No. But I promoted it.
You did.
You
were magnanimous. Caesar is generous.
Yeah, I just thought, well, this guy's Brazilian. He's not, a weirdo.
There was another Brazilian guy, Mike something Diodato Jr. Was that him?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he went nuts.
Yeah, he was kicking Nazis this week. Really tough guy. I didn't realize.
He was kicking Nazis?
He was doing karate kicks into his swimming pool, saying this is how to kick fascists.
Oh, my God.
Perfect timing for the death of the comic book industry. Look at me kicking half my audience away. Whee! Into my pool.
Cecil, why won't they stop?
Can't stop. Won't stop.
No, they won't.
They will never admit. They have to. Riley Odlin said, "Where's my fat idiot book, Cecil?"
I saw that. I was like, oh my God. Chat is awesome today. Yeah, they're saying SJWs are not just Americans, they're everywhere.
I just don't. I want to hear when guys come over from the industry, but they have to. I don't want to hear like, oh well, things were going good, but then, the outbreak. Like, I don't. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. Yeah. It was just the outbreak, and that's why we're coming over to you.
Right.
I will say this: I want my book to make $1 Brazilian, Cecil.
Very good.
Thank you. $1 Brazilian. The Bearded Duke says comics had a malignant infestation of SJW parasites.
Yeah,
that's true. That is 100% true. All right, yeah, Fraggy got in here just on time. Yeah, Fraggy got in under the wire. Look, here's the thing, at some point there's going to be no persecution involved with being in Comicsgate because there's going to be
the industry. That's why.
Right. I want people to join Comicsgate and get persecuted first. You have to bleed a little bit, and Dan's bleeding a little bit. You have to know a little bit of pain to understand why it's important that we do things the way that we do. It's so important that people understand how bad the comic book industry actually became and the people involved in it. It's important that they understand exactly why Comicsgate needs to be. And the only way you can know that is when somebody who you considered a friend calls you a fucking Nazi and, sells you out to the SJWs because you became Comicsgate. That's a unique kind of pain. And it's something that you will struggle with to understand. You will struggle to understand that the entire time you are Comicsgate while you're making lots of money, and then it won't matter.
I was completely blacklisted by the industry.
Yeah, the comic book industry will no longer have anything to do with you.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
Look at my history of books. They cleared everything.
You get to Comixology, there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. They try to erase me.
Yeah. Well, your legacy lives on.
Thank you.
Wherever it is.
Maybe a few of them.
Yeah. All right, let me read some super chats here. Edwin is future Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. Simon Oliver says, when Smiller and Methuen split, who gets the kids? Good question. Adam Post says, College of the Dead graduation day is over $11,000. Edwin and Mike might be gay and fighting over Adam Post. That's interesting. Jody Hart's Books says, Edwin is so creepy. Ew. Yeah.
Statement.
That is most people's judgment of things. You know?
It got really fucking weird.
Yeah. Amateur Ant says sex bots are better than EVS. Grim Jim 666 says Cyberfrog pins very collectible these days. I could do that. Super chat test. Take my money. EVS says J Bama fan. Thank you, J Bama. Just a kid from Brooklyn. I read that one. Clownfish. Cecil. Ariel Kohler was happy about the USPS notification. Let's see. Jody Hart's Books says love Cyberfrog, love Green Lantern Rebirth, and then a lot of emojis with smiley faces and hearts. And thanks, Jody Hart's. Raging Golden Eagle says Comicsgate is still putting out new comics. Snarticon DM says the world needs Peacel now more than ever.
I agree.
Now, what is Peacel?
Peacel is the manifestation of all of Anna's fears. That even though her boyfriend Peaches is straight and I am straight, if we were to ever meet, we would run away together. And she has vocalized this numerous times, that this is a real fear. Now, you've seen me. Nobody worries about me running off with their significant other, but for some reason, this is a.
I do. I mean, I worry about it because you're a very charming man. I'm married to a woman.
I'm not going to run off.
Well,
I'll walk off.
I'll roll away. Now the problem is Anna thinks that you and
somebody just said it in the chat. The problem is Anna is nuts.
Maybe. Let's come back to that. David Basil.
I won't bring my boyfriend to Orlando because you might fall in love with him and run off with him.
Well, your boyfriend's gay?
No.
Are you gay?
No.
Oh. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, we'll see. Now I'm dying to meet this guy. I'm like, I want to see if it happens. I'm kind of curious. I'm like,
he must be amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
David Bowser says Snowflake and Safe Space. Poor New Warriors. I guess that book's not coming out now. Right? That you might as well do that. Here's the thing. Now, here's a conspiracy theory. Did Marvel do that just to fuck with us because they knew that there's no way the book was ever going to come out?
Could I say something? If that book is in print but never gets into stores, that's a collector's item.
For real, though. I mean, that's absolutely true. Yeah, did they do that just like, hey, like what would you do if the industry was about to completely end and you like one last troll?
One more troll? One more troll. No more troll. Yeah, one more troll. I mean, listen, they have so much business in China that they had the heads up. Obviously, Iger got out right ahead of this. He knew what was coming.
Had to have. Everybody had to know.
They were doing in Congress. They were doing meetings about this in mid-January. And then it was known in China as far back as December and late November. So yeah, it's curious why Iger left and putting this out now. They had to know, but would they be smart enough to pull off a troll like that, or it had to be accidental? They're all idiots.
I mean, they are all idiots. But it still seems like they're the kind of cowards that would do something like that. They're the snarky little kind of bitchy cowards.
I was going to keep going, and this was going to be a little thumb in the eye in Zach.
Yeah.
They didn't know. They're not that smart. It's a troll against Zach, but they didn't think the industry was going to end. Yeah, it's partly a troll. It's not that high level of a troll where they did it knowing that the virus would be knocking business out. I don't think they knew that.
Are you
sure? They weren't able to put guys. they weren't able to put Captain America in the comic books while Captain America was in the movie theater. They're not that smart at putting shit together and multi-layer plans. It's like, oh well, let's kill Captain America while he's becoming a household name, and then make him a Nazi.
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, now for the first time in the history of Marvel Comics, everyone in America knows who Hawkeye is. Let's make him a girl in the comics, so no one knows what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, but that's intentional. I'm sure that's a troll.
I'm on who, themselves and low sales? Who? Hey, Logan's a huge hit. Let's cover him in molten adamantium and make him a girl in the comics. Like, it doesn't make sense.
All right. I mean, you might
They're
be right.
kind of dumb. I just think that this was definitely supposed to be a troll on Zach 100% because, I mean, he's it's no secret that he loves New Warriors, which also makes me think he had self-esteem problems as a kid if that was his favorite comic. But whatever, to each his own.
Yeah. I don't want to.
I'm just trying to psychoanalyze. It's almost like if you're a car thief and you're going to get the same amount of time for stealing 2 cars, and there's whatever car you get, you're going to still get the same jail time. And there's a Lamborghini and a Yugo, and somebody boosts that Yugo, and it's like, this guy just has low self-esteem.
Yeah, but you can't, honestly, I mean, if you really look at this, it's too weird. It's too absurd to really fully buy into that they would hire this Kibblesmith guy here. Right here.
His previous, his previous work experience was, right?
Yeah, he did Gay Black Santa, Santa's husband here.
I'm seeing double. Which one's Santa?
Yeah, I know. I can't tell.
I read by the way, I read the end. You know what the spoiler is?
What?
Santa's husband is gay.
Oh, shit.
Found that on the last page. They get stuck in the chimney.
But you know what? By that point, you care about him so much that you buy into it. You buy into their whole relationship. Look at Santa. By the way, Black Santa is carrying the sack here. He's got the sack. This Santa is wearing a sweater. Clearly, more of a homemaker.
Right. In Holland, I think he's known as Pete.
He's Pete?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What's this right here? Here's Daniel Kibblesmith consorting with Zoe Quinn. See you tomorrow, he says. Look, he's showing all of these Pokemon to Unburnt Witch. That's Zoe Quinn. How big relationship with Zoe Quinn, hanging out with her. Jen says hi, and we would be happy to do a couples date where we spoil television anytime. The latter of which is not true of me. Shit, here's Zoe Quinn talking back to him. Shit, I use Netscape. Next live action Scooby-Doo remake, they'll give the dog abs, mark my words. So look how funny they are.
This is what this is what you missed out on when you left the industry, because you could have been triple dating with them.
Well, according to Comic Book Hut, Zoe Quinn is my cousin.
Shh.
Did you know that?
Comic Artist Pro secrets.
Shh, I know. Me and Zoe Quinn working together.
She does look like you.
Well, he pointed that out. He said, yeah, Zoe Quinn is pale and has a big nose. And I went, so's the Jack in the Box spokesman. But you know what I mean? We're not related. In any case, Gay Black Santa, look at this. We've got an infusion of these little creeps that think they're being funny.
We did it.
I'm subversive.
Take that, Zach.
For Christ's sake. I don't know anymore. I don't know what to make of any of this. I think it's the more I think about stuff like that, it's good. In a way, it's kind of good. The comic book industry needs a break. It's in hospice right now. It's in care. It's in intensive care. Let's just knock it off for a little while. God damn it.
By the way, they were joking about they didn't name us specifically, but
Lucky for us, this virus seems to be affecting the corpulent and the alcoholics.
It is. It's making us rich. He's right. You know, everybody's at home. They're bored. And they're buying Cyberfrog.
Hells yeah.
There's nothing wrong with my pointing that out, is there?
No.
Is that a little insensitive? Everybody is sick, and so they're at home buying my comic book and not theirs.
Can we check Bless Smith? Oh, is it over?
It is over.
It didn't get extended by popular demand.
No, and Kickstarter's kind of mean. Like, you know, when a campaign ends on Kickstarter and when it actually fulfills, they have a little fireworks display, like congratulations, like that appears on your screen. When it doesn't, it goes like this.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does. It makes a farting noise, and then it says this campaign was not fulfilled. And that was sad, you know. It's like you're rubbing it in when you're like, this campaign's $4,000 away from getting funded, and then like the clock ticks down, and then it finally ends, and it just goes like that right in your face.
Come on.
That's why I don't use Kickstarter, because of things like that.
It's mean-spirited.
It is mean-spirited, and I don't believe in mean-spiritedness.
Hopefully Edwin fired off a terse email at them.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else. Yeah, I hope he did. Here we go.
That noise is degrading to the human soul.
Cyberfrog 2 Wreck Planet picks up a few more backers here. $403,305. Thank you guys. As we head towards 425, which is the next goal. The next goal is when we hit 400. I added a Cyberfrog Chromium trading card.
It's been a while.
Everyone. Yeah, everyone's going to get a Chromium trading card of Cyberfrog, and then 425 is going to be a Chromium Salamandroid trading card, and 450 is going to be a Chromium Heather trading card. They're going to be shiny trading cards. Then we go on to 500, and that's the calendar, the wall calendar. If we can get there, we're just going to keep going. People saying they want patches. That's interesting. Maybe we'll do that. You know, maybe we'll do some patches.
Yeah, I got what's his name? Art's little bag of goodies here. He has a bunch of stuff. Hold on. What does he got? Do I have to turn my camera on? Hold on, I gotta get a mask.
Yeah, get a mask on. People haven't figured out. You know, there's still like 1/8 of your face that people haven't seen, and it's very mysterious.
I'm pretty sure anybody who's seen me will be able to recognize me on the street.
Yeah. I mean, it's stupid. It is stupid that you still hide your identity, but you know, that's
now
okay.
it's just out of tradition.
We're here to put up with your stupidity.
Thank
We're
you.
just happy you're with us.
I appreciate that. Where the hell is the mask?
Laughing Man says, patches, we don't need no stinking patches. Then he says, actually, that sounds cool. We could do buttons too. You know, it's all possible. Anything's possible. We could do refrigerator magnets.
We could do buttons. We could do peaches. Whatever.
Did you say peaches?
No. Did you?
No. You said it accidentally, I guess. You said we could do, and then you said the name of Anna's boyfriend.
That doesn't sound like something I'd say.
I didn't think so, but
Buttons and patches. I said not peaches.
patches, not peaches, right? Yeah.
We could do patches right in the ass.
I'm sorry. I'm not allowed to laugh at things. I'm not allowed to enjoy things on my own show.
Does anybody remember laughter?
No.
That?
You know what's going to be weird is that haircuts. You can't get a haircut for a long time. I had my barber. My barber canceled my haircut. I said, "Oh shit." So I don't know. It's like, you know, the barber's closed down for the foreseeable future. I don't know if what we do. What do we do? We cut our own hair? Like,
I guess so. I don't want to be like some filthy hippie. You know, my hair's kind of on the long side anyway.
yeah, your hair. You're gonna get a fro. You look like a girl. I can't explain it, but you have long eyelashes. And if you look like a girl, Cecil, if I didn't know that was
Call me Mrs. Steal your girl, steal your boyfriend.
Cecil, for real, I've never seen anything like that. Like, you cover up all your face except for just your eyes, and you look like a female. Not a pretty one, but you look like a female.
Yeah, I dated a Muslim guy for like 3 years. I like wearing helmet. It's just ridiculous.
All right, what are we doing here?
I'm looking at this is Art T Bears. We were looking at possible goodies.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. So he gave away a patch
Mm-hmm.
that says Anti-Robotics Task Force.
Yeah. I feel like if I wear that, people are going to think I'm a white supremacist.
Mm-hmm. Well, it says 420 hell.
Yeah.
Then he gave a couple of these little buttons of black and white.
Mm-hmm.
This one I like. It's kind of.
That's perfect. I'm going to wear that right on my forehead.
What is this one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And another patch.
I'm not putting that on. The people will use that. Why would Art make... Hey, look.
And a sticker. A black and white sticker.
I like that black and white sticker.
Yeah. That's it. His little bundle of fun stuff.
Art Thibbert, what are you doing?
I'm boiling in this ski wear.
Yeah, you are.
But I just got 20 new Muslim guy followers.
That's hot. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, let's take a look at Cecil's awesome cash grab campaign, which is over, right? I mean, it ended, but it ended successfully.
Yes.
People are happy. Look, you picked up a few more backers, 156,506. 2,045 backers. That's a lot.
I'm thrilled, honestly. I'm way beyond my expectations. I feel a responsibility to actually put something out now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hope that went off.
I don't think anybody's expecting you to.
Oh, thank God.
So just relax. I mean, take a load off. I don't think anybody's actually. I'm pretty sure like most of the things that I heard were people saying, if I actually receive something from Cecil, I'm going to be very upset.
All my comment section is I was promised nothing, and if I get something, I'll be pissed.
Yeah. So I would say just chill,
Yeah. You know what? Maybe I'll start working on the book as soon as the guys get home from Iran. You know what I mean? Like in solidarity with them. Like if you're away fighting in Iran, why should life go on for me?
You know what? That's a good attitude. I think a lot of people would appreciate you taking that kind of a stand.
Do you remember when Brad Pitt did that with Angelina Jolie?
No.
We're never going to get married until gays are allowed to get married in this country. And then like a year later, when he was like, holy shit, they fucking did it.
Damn it. Yeah, I like that. It's a great excuse.
He was like, God damn it.
We're not going to get married until gays can get married. And he's like, honey, listen. I love you, right?
But
I like when people say that on the Maury Povich show. No, I love you, right? That's my favorite part.
Here comes the hammer.
Yeah. I love you, right? Yes, of course. I know we've been married for 17 years. We have 8 kids.
They're all black and he's white.
All right, so $156,506 raised by Cecil. While the world cries. Does it make you feel better?
I don't want anybody to cry.
The world is crying.
Oh no, I want to bring laughter to the world.
Oh well, let's check this out and see. Is the volume on?
Seems sadistic at this point. I don't hear it now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See it, my own stupidity. I ruined the flow of the show.
Nice going.
Everything's a matter of timing, Cecil.
Are
You
you,
know,
supposed to be? Are you supposed to be eating? It's quarantine rules. It's been almost 2 hours since you ate.
Well, what am I allowed to eat?
You should eat something like high calorie, high dense calorie in case of apocalypse every 2 hours.
Okay, well, I'll look into that. I'll look into that. Let's first let's watch this.
Neat schemes and scams.
Stop degrading him.
Oh.
So I'll have an announcement for Cash Grab.
Go ahead.
Scotty Richard is going to be working on the Dirtworm Doug story.
You hired him. That's great because he gets it right.
It looks, and also, I don't want to give too much away, but he wants to try to actually write it in a way where we could tell this filthy story, but it could actually be sold to a kid. Meaning, it's hard to explain. It's very ambitious. I'm saying it's almost impossible to do because it is a filthy, filthy story, like everything about it. But he wants to try to make it like a real children's book, and we're gonna give that a run. It's gonna be really hard, but he came up with some ideas already that were really good. So if we have to abandon it, we will. But that's the way we're gonna work it right now. It's gonna be something where a kid it'll be a story that's readable for a kid, but they won't understand what's actually going on. Like that lives in a dog's ass and shit like an adult reading it would understand that, but a kid wouldn't.
Well, that is ambitious. And I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to see what you do and see how it turns out. That level of subversion is a tough thing to manage, Cecil.
Yeah, especially when it's about a dog, a worm that lives in dog shit.
Yeah. You know what though? I will say this. There are so many shit children's books on Amazon right now.
Everybody poops.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like that, but I mean they're getting worse and worse.
You remember you were doing those games. There's a lot of toilet-based games, and there's you play with a poop with the poop emoji is super popular. Kids have that on their bed like as a pillow, like a giant pile of shit.
Yeah, it's getting, like I said, it is getting worse and worse and worse, and kids are getting dumber. Adults are kind of catering to kids. They're sort of pandering to little children and their poo-poo humor. And on some level, you can kind of go, well, yeah, but that's good. I don't know if it's good. I don't think Dr. Seuss would have done the in and outs of poop. Where's the poop? Everybody poops 410 pounds a year.
Oh, come on.
Whose poop is that? My poop is stuck.
Oh, my God.
The Dog Poop Initiative. The Karma Putra, 52 mind-blowing ways to poop. How to make yourself poop. What is your poo telling you? Poop emoji coloring book. It hurts when I poop. A story for children who are scared to use the potty. Softy the Poop, helping families talk about shit.
You know what? I think now that I just saw this, it's going to be a lot easier to write what we're doing.
I'm saying that even princesses poop. What is poo? Look at these animals standing around looking at this pile of elephant shit. It just goes on. Potty train your dragon. About 75. This is just page 1. All right. So what I'm saying is, I don't think that what you're doing is
more subtle than that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you're saying there's a market, and I have to agree after seeing that.
Yeah, like our generation of parents are just like shit. Kids and shit. Let's show our kids shit.
It hurts when I poo.
It hurts when I poop.
I had to read a book like that when I was about 23 called It Hurts When I Pee.
Really?
Yep. They gave penicillin.
Penicillin. Yeah. Yeah. That's a sad story. It's a very sad story.
Well, it had a fun beginning, but the ending is sad.
The ending was, involved a catheter probably, or a scraper that you put up your urethra.
It was a very long Q-tip that they put up and did the culture with.
Yeah, it's worrisome. Okay, let's see. Let's consult Robbie Rectum on this scenario, says Red Gaze. Yeah, Robbie Rectum would be able to tell us about the sodomy scene. The supposed sodomy scene in your trailer, Literature Devil says, congrats on breaking $400,000 and the minds of haters. David DJ Niev's fourth says, I pre-ordered 5 Power Rangers graphic novels from Boom Studios Comics. Will I still get them after Diamond Comics died? I think so.
Wait, where did he order them? At the comic book store?
Pre-ordered them at the comic book store. I mean, I think that they're just, I think they're going to fulfill what they promised. Who knows? Stephen Cooper's a new member. Thanks for joining. You're going to get your Rumblebee trading card. Rosetta Allen says Valkyrie signing in. Andrew Sabina says, does this make Doug the head of the Centipede? Snuckticon DM says they're more mad that Doug's hands got washed. Deadwood Dale says Rocket Spouse burning out his fuse up here alone. Snuckticon DM says, again, Edwin, it's an honor to be persecuted with your friends. Doug, I wish you would tell them that. Tell these guys it's an honor to be persecuted.
Persecuted. Now get his campaign taken down.
Jody Hart's book says Edwin is so creepy. Ew. Dude, he is so creepy, Jody. You are not kidding. Sorry for calling you dude. He is really creepy. Big Ben Henderson says everyone has aged horribly. I think I look better now than I looked then. Snuckticon DM says he wants to know what love is. He wants Mike to show him. He wants to feel what love is.
I look the same, I think.
He wants Mike to blow him. Yeah, you do.
What was that? Is that an alternate?
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, I think you look pretty much the same. Adam, thinner though. Adam Post. Hold on a second, I lost it. People are calling him Adam Post Op now. That's not nice. Adam Post says College of the Dead graduation day is over $11,000. Edwin and Mike might be gay and fighting over Adam Post. Simon Oliver says when Smiller and Methwin split, who gets the kids? Deadwin Dale says Edwin is the future of future Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. Amateur Ant says Methwin woke up on the wrong side of Smiller's bed today. Swinging Cod says your mattress is dented because you are the same mass as a juvenile blue whale. Wow. Juvenile, though. That's young. That's small.
That's a baby. But how big are they?
Not that big, right? I mean,
yeah,
not that big. 200 Watt Studio says buy a $6,400 mattress and name it Smiller. David L says you need to get a Husky mattress, fat boy. Snarkticon DM says that's not Doug, it's Ethan's Soy Boy sketch. Snarkticon DM says Cecil was just performing a social distance prostate exam. I never thought of it that way. Big Ben Henderson says check out Offworlder now on Indiegogo. Amazing art. JZA Smack says Indiegogo, once in fulfillment or in demand, should make an easy way to put all your projects in an easy to find store. They should do that. Jeremy Burt says, hey, Ethan, got my Jay Lee poster today. It looks great. Everybody's getting their Jay Lee posters, and they're very happy. Zayd Comics says, EVS, hail, congrats on breaking 400K. Thank you. Sarticon DM says, let Mike and Edwin be so Mrs. Mike can be with the dance instructor. Oof. DCB TXK says, Rainbow Brute preview book stretch goal for the win. Oh, shit.
You're going to have to give yourself a lot of work.
Mr. Reborn says, give Shatner a role in Cyberfrog. Autograph card for us. Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's his birthday today, I think.
Oh, happy birthday to him. Let's see. Michael Ross says, mainstream comics is dead. How could I go on without my Snowflake and Safe Space book? Yeah, really. Rosetta Allen says, take my money while I crush the souls of SJWs. Queerum says, Marvel undercut Foxman Logan by Fantastic Four by Cancel Comics. Cecil of Christmas Past says, Peaches is probably painfully average, but Anna hypes him up so much as a defense mechanism. You see, by saying he's so hot, it turns you gay. Let's see. Cecil of Christmas Past says, you expect someone impossibly handsome, and when you finally see average Peaches, you're no longer interested. Thus, she gets to keep him. David Bowser says, Black Santa has the sack because he delivers. Akiram says, have you seen Bree's Nissan ad? Any chance of a video? Yeah, maybe.
That was awful.
Nefarious Technology says, my eyes bleed when I read Marvel 2020. Yeah, I might do that Brie Larson. I got to do more Brie Larson videos because people say you're just doing another Brie Larson. They get really upset over it. I don't know why. Who cares?
Oh, yesterday was Shatner's birthday.
Yeah,
89. Holy shit, he looks good, man.
He looks like a tomato.
Whatever, he still looks, like 89. You're really starting to wither. He looks still robust.
Yeah.
Like a tomato.
Robust like a tomato. That's right. The steakhouse library, too, around here is starting to deliver. I'm thinking about ordering delivery steak. These are the guys, they make the best steaks. They've got the big tomahawk steaks. You know what I'm talking about?
A tomahawk steak?
Yeah. With the bone in it, like a Flintstone steak. Big fat steak with a bone that goes out to here.
Ever see the movie Bone Tomahawk?
No.
Check it out. It's kind of about the same thing.
What does that have to do with dinner?
You just said a tomahawk steak with the bone in it. So it reminded me of the movie Bone Tomahawk.
You can get it smothered in crab with a sweet potato.
Smothered in crabs.
No. Crab meat, not like pubic lice.
Oh, either good.
Have a little whiskey with it. You know what I'm talking about, Cecil? Why don't you come over? What are you doing?
It's a little bit of a hike, but I'll be there tomorrow.
All right, thanks. I'll start walking now. I'll start hitchhiking now.
It's hard. Not a lot of cars on the turnpike right now.
All right, I gotta go. It is 8:12 p.m. and we've been doing this for 2 hours and 15 minutes when I only meant it to be 15 seconds long.
I feel like you were trying to get your tomahawk steak. Sorry about that.
It's okay, Cecil. Congratulations for all of your success. And you have had tremendous success. Your cash grab graphic novel has made...
It moved up even just now.
Yeah, no, it did. It moved up to 606. It has raised $156,666. Let me try that again. $156,606 for making fun of Mike, Doug, and Edwin. And I want to congratulate you for that. That's a very nice haul for making fun of them.
Yeah.
I would recommend they make fun of themselves. There's money in it.
There is something to that. Having a sense of humor about yourself usually pays off.
Yeah. My comic book, Cyberpunk 2 Wrecked Planet, the book that I'm working on right now and considering doing Rainbow Brute as a promo. Just jump forward again, 403-670. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. Wow.
Yeah.
Then
it just broke 4 today, right? This morning?
Yeah, I woke up to it. I went to bed. It was at like 397 and change, and then I woke up. I thought I was going to wake up to like 398, and then I was planning on really pushing it today to get it to 400. I woke up to 400. Was quite happy. Yeah, 403. You know, there's still a lot of original artwork available, and I think people should consider investing in Rec Planet original art or the Salamandroid original art, which is going to be absolutely glorious.
Is it going to be a 3 weeks on Sunday or 4 weeks on Sunday?
This coming Sunday?
Yes, 3. How long?
This is day 8 right now. This is the 8th day.
Really?
Yeah, this campaign's been open for 8 days. And, well, actually, we're in the 9th day now. Day 8 ended at noon.
Either way, my fucking grasp of the passage of time is way off.
Dude, I'm with you. I swear to God, I don't get it anymore. I don't know when, like yesterday, what happened yesterday or the day before. It could, you know.
I was like, when I was driving, I remember I was driving home from skiing. That was like 3 weeks ago. Like, that's
all right. So very good. Thank you guys for backing this. I want to get it to 405. In a way, I feel like I should just stream all night and push this till it gets to 405.
But if you want to go get your steak and then
I'm not going to eat a steak on a live stream, Cecil.
Go get a steak and come back. It's only 8 o'clock.
I'd pick up a tomahawk steak like from the bone and just eat it. Like, I mean, there's no way I could get away without being mean. Well, you know what? The memes would be good though.
Like Fred Flintstone, you could eat it.
Yeah, like a king. You think kings ate civilized? Like,
they didn't have forks and knives, by the way. They didn't have forks for a long time. Way later than you think.
I would just pick it up like this and just fucking eat it. It would get memed. But you would have to. The memes would have to be me like as a king in a palace eating meat, massive quantities of meat with my bare hands while at JW Star.
Better than most of the kings throughout the history of humankind. No matter what culture they came from, you are eating on a daily basis better than most of those kings.
Yeah. People are saying, do it, pussy. Do it, pussy.
They know you so well.
I know. That's all it takes. You know what? When we get to here's the thing. I'm gonna make this commitment. When we get to $410,000, the medium stretch goal will be I will eat a tomahawk steak with my bare hands on camera.
That might be tonight.
I don't think it's gonna be tonight. And if it is tonight, if we get there tonight, I can't do it until tomorrow because it's too late to order one. But I will.
You can't order right now for yourself?
No, I don't think so. I think 8 o'clock at night is too late to order a steak like that. But I will order it tomorrow. If we got to 410, I would order it tomorrow. I would eat a tomahawk steak. Imagine how furious people would be.
Meat is murder.
Well, it's not just that. It's just the gluttony of it all. Like Edwin would be pissed. He'd be like, but that's how men should eat. Men should eat like carnivores. You know.
Yeah, and corpulent amphibian-loving gentleman. He's a prime victim for the coronavirus.
He's gonna die. Fat people and drunkards, they're people who die from the coronavirus.
Thank
Can you
God.
believe he would say that? Like, he's sitting there comforting himself that even though we've defeated him in every single way, he's thinking
he's laughing at his joke. Mike didn't laugh at it. I wonder if Mike was like, how'd I end up over here?
Yeah, like Mike must be thinking now, like, oh my God.
I thought he would do that months ago when he was on, a stream with Doug, Comic Book Hut, Amazing Adam, Nasser, and be like, wait a minute, the fuck is going on? Why am I over here?
Yeah, like you're with weirdos and losers now. Like, I mean, there was a time.
Incel Brothers. He's on a stream with like all of these guys. And it's just like, you don't notice anything's different. Like, this is not, pedal to the metal of this. This is where you want to be. All right.
All right. If you say so. But in the meantime, we're doing this. Let me look at my 12 projects here. $1,844,532. I might get to 2 million. I might have $2 million off of Cyberfrog total. God, that's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Now, did you announce something with maybe you didn't. Never mind.
I didn't announce nothing. Wait, what are you talking about?
I don't know if it was like a fan art or if it was real. And if it was real, I don't know if it was.
Oh, turtles?
Okay, yeah. All right, that's it. Yeah,
Okay.
you did something with them?
No, not yet. But what I kind of decided was that I was going to buy. I was going to license the turtles and do a crossover. So I'm going to find out how much it costs, unless they just tell me no. But I think everything has a price. Let's find out what it costs to get the turtles. And I will and I just want to use them in a very small way. I don't even want to do a whole entire thing necessarily. But I do want to show that the turtles are real in Cyberfrog's world. They exist in Cyberfrog's world, but they existed in the 80s. So, the turtles were active in the 1980s. Now it's, 2018. So where are they? They're no longer teenage. I'll tell you that. If they're still alive.
Middle-aged
Mutant Ninja Turtles. And a few of them didn't make it. So that's what I want to do. And I want to see if I can pay for that. And if I can't pay for that, I can just do it anyway.
What?
Well, I can sit there and I can do a turtle character. Why wouldn't there be a mutant turtle in Cyberfrog's world?
True.
And I can make it bear no resemblance to any of the turtles.
Yeah, make it like a cowboy. Like give him a cowboy hat and 6-shooters.
Yeah. No, but I can make it work. I could find a way to make it like he's retired. He used to be, all this stuff. But I can figure out a way to do it if I really want to. But I'd like to do it right.
Yeah, his name was Picasso.
Yeah, just come up with another name, the turtle artist name. But I'll ask. Everything really is a matter of money, and what's it going to cost? What would it cost to borrow the turtles? $100,000. I could probably, if it's $100,000, I'll pay it. But I'm going to do a 4-issue mini.
The worst negotiating I've ever seen. It might have been 50.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm talking aloud here.
Stop.
If it's like $1 million, I'll find a way to raise it. I'll find the money somewhere in the couch cushions, and then we'll do it because there should be a turtles book.
Negotiate.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. I don't care how much you're charging me. I'm not walking away without the turtles today. Let's start to negotiate.
Yeah. I'm sold already. Whatever you say, I'm good with. Give me the turtles. All right, I'm not doing it. You talked me out of it, Cecil. You're right.
Finally.
I'm not doing it.
You don't need them. They need you. I'll be your Edwin.
Yeah, you can start being that voice in my head, pumping up my stupid ego. Be my Edwin. These guys they all think I have a big ego. They have no idea what I'm really like. A monster. Like ego doesn't even like
ego.
Yeah, ego. What are you talking about? What's ego?
Ego implies there's humanity.
Yeah, I literally eat human beings. I eat the flesh of my enemies. That's not ego. What is that? It's Idi Amin. Idi Amin was so conceited. He was so stuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not enough to beat a guy. You got to eat his heart too.
Yeah.
What a jerk.
It's not enough that I succeed. Everyone else must fail, and also I get to cannibalize their corpses. That's ego.
Well, that's to steal their power.
Right.
Think about it.
That's what Jeffrey Dahmer did. That guy had a big ego. He was really stuck up. Like he ate the flesh of people so that he could steal their energy.
Yeah.
He could have just asked, like, if Jeffrey Dahmer was like,
a lot of guys Gatorade.
Yeah, like, seriously, get some electrolytes. But if Jeffrey Dahmer was going to eat me to steal my power, I'd be like, I'll give it to you. I'll give you my energy. Here you go. You don't need to eat me to do it. You don't need to consume my flesh, Cecil. Just ask nicely. I'm here for you.
Yeah. Plus, I saw he wouldn't do that to you. He just had a regular sized fridge.
403-890. Thank you everyone for backing Cyberfrog Wreck Planet as we approach $410,000 and me having to eat a gigantic steak with my bare hands on camera. My wife's going to be so proud. Cash Grab, the graphic novel by Cecil, a book that was driven entirely by the goodwill Cecil has engendered from the Comicsgate community and making fun of Doug. Kind of, not really though.
Not really, no. I would say no.
Yeah, like no, it's coincidental.
All the good sports, though. All the friends I'm with here. John's the front of the centipede. Anna's the centerfold.
So you're exploiting everyone you know.
Oh, yeah, that's
you.
Uh-huh.
All right, so you denude and degrade Anna, who's your friend.
First of all, that's wrong. She goes to cosplay as in that same costume.
You have SJWs eating out John Malin's anus in a combo line.
John may be getting John may not be as willing as he's letting on, but he's accepted his fate.
Okay.
There's his face where he's learning the news.
Yeah. Brian Urso, wow, thanks for $53. Why $53? Appreciate you. He says, Gideon's Mob debut album out now, and coming this summer, our second Space Cadet Supernova. Our second Space Cadet Supernova comes out featuring the 15-minute epic Into the Shadow Realm about Captain Van Sciver, Sergeant Meyer, and their droid Cecil Mark 7. Wow, Brian, we'll have to play that. And thank you for a huge super chat. People are throwing money at me today. I feel like I should get naked,
Maybe I will stream.
Yeah, people feel like throwing money at us. I'm glad I didn't leave when you told me to.
Yeah.
If I had signed off when you told me to, I would have missed a $53 super chat.
That's a bone tomahawk steak he just bought you.
He just bought my bone tomahawk steak. Thank you, Brian. Thank you so well. They took a third off of that. I think the steak itself would be about $50. So thank you. Nefarious Technology. Wow, another $10 super chat says, okay, EVS. I love Cyber so much that I just dropped full perks on both Wreck Planet and Unforgettable. Plans to go with my Honey Blood and Fandom Menace pick from Chicago meetup. Thank you so much. Wow, thanks for backing. Quiet Man says, eat EVS and you will absorb all his diabetes. I have 0 diabetes, Cecil.
That's good. You don't want any.
Yeah, I don't have any. And, Mike is pre-diabetic. I am not.
Is that right?
He said that on a stream, I believe. So I am not, and not even close. I've got too much salt in my blood. I'm salty, sugary, sweet.
A lot of the Polynesian cuisine causes a lot of health problems. The Samoans and Hawaiians get very big.
Really? Yeah. You know what? That stuff's good though. You ever have Korean barbecue?
Oh hell yeah! We have them every 5 feet in New York.
So good.
Good stuff.
Cyberfrog Unforgettable Tales sitting here looking beautiful. I mean, this is going to be great. 129,737. We're this close to 130. These books are going to be pretty, guys. You got to believe me. When you see them and everyone else has them on Twitter and they're like, oh, look what I got. And you're like, how come I didn't know about that? I'm going to say you did know about it. I told you a million times, and this is your chance to get it. 129,737 for Cyberfrog Unforgettable Tales, Volume 1 and 2. They're only $10 each. By the way, the cheapest Comicsgate project yet. Zach has a book called Pandemic right now for $15, and he thinks he's cool. He's not cool because mine's $10.
I saw him walking around like he was cock of the walk.
I was going to say cock of the walk. That's frightening. That's like that guy who cut his penis off and cooked it for his lover. Cock of the walk, and that's walk like W-O-K. Is that what the newspaper article said? Like if you were a British newspaper, that would have been the headline.
Cock of the walk?
Yeah, that would have been the headline because you have no humanity. You're just trying to make a funny headline pun.
Well, the New York Post used to be like that.
Yeah.
There was topless woman. Headless woman found in topless bar was one of the well, the real headline.
All right, very, very good. I like there was they had a really good I think the British Sun had a front page article, and it said four kestrels maneuver in the dark, and it was just a picture of four kestrels perched on a get it like orchestral maneuvers in the dark.
Yes,
if you leave,
I got it.
All right,
but what was the picture of?
Four kestrels sitting on the birds, sitting on the.
But it wasn't. That's not a real news story.
There were birds. They had pictures of them.
But that's not newsworthy. I mean, the top, a headless person in a strip club was actually newsworthy.
Yeah. I mean, if you like that kind of news, this was.
Let's end the show here. I'm kind of.
You know what, Cecil? You're talking about decapitating people, and I'm talking about a nice story about birds.
Ethan, if it bleeds, it leads. This is News 101. You're talking about birds, my friend. We want clicks, not tweets. Well, we want tweets too. Okay, I'll allow the birds.
Thank you. Cyberfrog.
Got me over there at the end.
Cyberfrog 2 Reg Planet. Thank you guys for your support. 403-925. Keeps growing, Cecil.
Somebody just wrote, "Shut up, Cecil."
That story's not dirty and mean enough. It's just kind of how sweet.
Yeah.
That's not good enough for the news. Everything has to be terrible and depressing all the time. John Malin says it's Decapitation Tuesday. Do we want to get John in here or no?
This is all up to you. You said that to me an hour.
I was going to stop to get a steak, but I'm not now because we're not at 410,000. Do you like my puffy hat today, Cecil?
Yeah, I noticed that. It's got the little foam in it.
Trucker hat, snapback. I'm changing my name to EVS, to Snapback EVS.
That foam will be flat in 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, I have a bad relationship with foam. No, I'm not gonna continue this. I'm not gonna continue this bullshit.
Abuse. I'll do a stream a little later if you want to hop on. I'll get John.
All right, let's see. Quiet Man says, EVS, name your turtle Wartois or Shell Shock. Okay. Social Distance Warrior says, hey, E, a week ago you said F dogs on a stream. Well, you finally confirm you're a cat person. I am a cat person if there's a choice to be made, but really I'm a frog person. Which came first, Lily the girl or Lily the cat? Lily the girl came first. I didn't name Lily the cat. Kaylee did. Kaylee said Lily, and I said that's the name. And she had no relation to Heather Swain or Cyberfrog or anything like that. She just wanted to name the cat Lily. Let's see. JVH says consider Rainbow Brute release on International Women's Day 2021. When is that? What month is that? Can we get that done?
That was February, wasn't it?
That's too soon. Hold on. International Women's Day. Let's look that up and see if I can make that a deadline.
It just passed. Maybe it is March. Either way, that's going to be tough.
March 8th. March 8th would be International Women's Day.
I think Biggie died on March 9th, if I can remember correctly.
Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me.
Now I'm starting. Now maybe he lived through Women's Day. It might have been a suicide.
I love it when they call me Big Papa.
Biggie Small died on March 9th. What year?
96.
97.
Okay, that's close.
Damn.
I really miss Biggie Smalls. I mostly miss Tupac though. Out of the two of them, I'm a Tupac guy.
I disagree.
It's weird because I'm East Coast and that, but you like Biggie better than Tupac? I like Biggie. I'm just saying, first of all, Tupac was West Coast. That's Dr. Dre. That's Eminem.
No, Eminem is from like the Midwest.
I understand that, but he's aligned with the West Coast because he's with Dre. You know what I mean?
You know what? I forgot about Dre.
Okay, a few people have forgotten about Dre. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but when it comes out, nothing leaves their lips, just a bunch of gibberish, and everybody seems like they forgot about Dre. Now, if you go Biggie, then all of a sudden you've got Puff Daddy. I got no use for him, but Mace. Mace, be a man I want to see doing good. I don't want to get rich and leave him in the hood. I like Mace.
We should get John on here. He loves rap.
Mace is awesome, dude. I used to have Talk Like Mace Day on Facebook. I only wanted to have people quote Mace. If you wanted to talk to me, you had to be quoting Mace.
That makes sense.
You know.
Well, I mean, those videos were great back then. They just had chicks. They were all throwing money at the camera. They're all in great cars and clubs.
They're wearing shiny clothes, dancing like this and laughing. They're being obnoxious. They're a big influence on Comicsgate. You know, I did that whole thing with all this money listen, hold on a second. I'll show you. Let me see if this is it.
I'm going to send.
I mean, that's not the same thing.
No, isn't that kid? What's his name?
He's not a kid. Just because he's a midget doesn't mean he's a kid. Bruno, what's his name?
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, he's really small.
How old?
Oh, here it is. Let me try this one.
You're going to get struck.
Maybe, but the important thing is that people understand that Mace had a good message. Mace's message was, why you hating, get money with us. And that's Comicsgate. It's always been Comicsgate. Why do weirdos want to play a hate when they could get money with us? Stop hating. You ain't going to win. Look, we're doing good over here.
Yeah. Puffy was hitting J-Lo before anybody. Think about it.
We got briefcases of money cats kill for. A big knot that move you and your mom off the block. For real, though. Comicsgate got real dough.
Zach sent me an email because I left a comment about his. Are you there?
I'm here.
Am I here?
Yeah.
Oh, you know why? I'm looking at the YouTube and not the Streamlabs. I'm like, why is there no noise? So I left a comment before that said, asking comic stores to be patient because a lot of grandkids will be coming into money over the next few months. And Zach just wrote me an email, just said, holy shit. That's all he wrote.
That is dark. That is dark, but fantastic. Fragaboom says, Fragaboom. John Mellon says, today, wait, hold on a second. Why do I always lose everything? Today I hunted TP. Tomorrow I hunt MCs. See, John's down with it. You think that John doesn't like rap? He does. He does like it. Let me see. Thor Odinson says, is it just me or do the Brightwisers have the lock on the only surviving major distribution outlet that'll survive the corona apocalypse? Hello? You understand? It's like...
think about it. Yeah, I mean, and they're in... People are fighting over toilet paper in Walmart. And then they're like, well, let me read this while I'm waiting. My wife's over there, going off the top shelf with
What's the one thing you buy with toilet paper? Reading material.
Read.
Duh. I like to say duh. That's my favorite. Yeah. Duh.
Gets the point across.
So that's of course, yeah, these guys are gonna do great. These guys are gonna do boffo business. They're gonna do boffo box office.
You like to use like 40s Broadway terminology, which I like.
Yeah, I like it too. You know, I got to admit. 200 Watt Studio says, you missed my other chat, Ethan. Yeah, but you give me $2 to talk. You know I'm going to go back and get it. Like, why would you? I mean, you just paid me double.
You do duh. I like Godoy.
Godoy.
Yeah.
200 Watt Studio says, I read that one about Mike's wife. And oh, no, I didn't read it. Let me read it. Mike has just announced his wife will enter a dance contest with her partner to help Mike's campaign. The prize money is $10,000. I don't think you really.
That's almost like the plot to Breakin' 2, where they want to save the community center with a dance contest.
Lowkey 07 says, should there be a Muppet Babies comic of the Jack Show? Also, Cecil, do more live streams now that you are forced to live inside. Good idea. Thrilling Story says, didn't pay $200 for a storybook. Rainbow Brood instead. Whoa, people are pissed at the Cyberfrog storybook. They want Rainbow Brood. Unrelenting Mail says, EVS predicted the end of the comic book industry. Oh, yeah, I'm such a wise sage, Cecil.
How did you see it coming?
I don't know. I'm just, amazing.
Oh, seer of seers.
I would call myself Nostradamus, but Howard Stern already took that one. You know, he gets to make a lot of nose jokes, too. Ninolu says, EVS, can you please play the trailer for Cecil's campaign again? It makes us so happy. Yeah, I like it, too. I really enjoy it. I enjoy it so much, and I enjoy it and laugh. I enjoy it and laugh so hard every time, and I can't help it.
Stop laughing, Ethan.
No, I can't.
Yeah. For what? John, you have the link.
Neat schemes and scams.
Oh, Cecil. I'll tell you.
Stop laughing.
I can't stop laughing. It's really, really good. I've seen it a million times and I still like it. If you guys love Cecil, if you love that video, cash grab the graphic novel today.
Yes, that please do. And also sub Scotty Richards Studio. He's the guy who put those cartoons together. And he is working on the Dirtworm Doug book with me.
Yeah.
I think he hasn't officially accepted, but he seems very into it. So
he's probably going to do it, right? I mean,
I hope so.
Why wouldn't he? It's a good gig. It's an awesome gig. Oh, wow. Okay, we've got another backer for Cyberfrog Unforgettable Tales. Thank you, everyone, for that. God bless you all. God bless Mr. John Malin. Cecil, you're going to do a stream now?
In a little bit. I'll take a break for a few minutes.
I bit my tongue. And it's like I bit it a long time ago, and I'm
what
fighting.
Did you want to say? Just get it out. Get it off your chest.
What did what?
What did you want to say?
No, that's not what I mean. I literally bit my tongue.
Oh.
And it hurts to talk, but I still power through it because this is what I do.
I don't throw the word hero around a lot, Ethan. But I think what we watched here tonight with you with the tongue that hurt was pretty heroic.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Gig of Death, the graphic novel, says, hey, Ethan, my graphic novel Gig of Death is in the works. I sent you some sample art, and I hope it's something you think is worth supporting. Your tongue isn't pie, Ethan. With that, I want to thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Back all these comic books. Enjoy that Cecil video. Subscribe to Geek Chorus for all of his wonderful Frog Sinatra songs. Love you all, and I'll see you all again probably tomorrow.
I might be doing a stream in a little while. If you're up for it, you can hop on.
Yeah, send me the link, and if I feel like it, I'll come in and just hang out.
All right.
All right. See you guys. Bye.
Finally, I can take this mess.